32 people in the Madden League. Full. We had a fantasy draft this week. It was super awesome. Let me tell you.
Okay, tell me about it.
Super awesome.
Okay.
It took like 2.5 hours to get through 4 rounds of the draft, and then there was 22. I had to leave after the first 4. But we picked our players. My first first round draft pick, Andrew Luck. I'm building for the future.
Nice. Okay.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Yep. Super fun. Dude, that's what makes this community so freaking awesome is the ability to do that with like-minded people. And so far, everyone's been super nice that I've played against, that I've spoken to. There's some trash talking going on.
But it's healthy trash talk,
It's
right?
healthy trash,
It's
yeah.
not Jono trash talk.
Jono's healthy until you make him mad.
Jono, everybody, is a brother.
Yeah, and then he gets incredibly angry. Well, actually, he's good at it until you beat him.
Do you know who
Then
has?
he can't handle it.
Do you know in our community who has the best trash talk?
Oh, yeah. Dainty.
Dainty Princess.
Yeah.
Because she's so
it's
nice.
It's nice talk.
She's like, oh my goodness, did I just win?
It like
And
makes
it
you
was
feel,
like innocent.
like makes you feel guilty.
You're like, yeah, you did. Oh goodness, I'm actually pretty good, right? It's like, yes, yes, you are.
Yes, thanks. But here's the thing.
But
I bet
she
she
wins.
knows what she's doing.
No.
Like it's not by accident. That's
She's
more
so-
sinister.
She's so like, it's just like crippling because you can't fight back. She found a weapon in trash talk that you can't fight back against because it's so. I don't know how to be
Kindness.
nice. Yeah, the trash talk is kindness.
Kindness is the ultimate trash talk. Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community. This is podcast number 225. We are so happy you could join us for another fantastic week. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. Mr. McSpicy's down on the end there. Mr. McSpicy.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Graveyard Keeper, you've been playing that hard
Yeah. And long.
and long.
Yeah.
That's what she said. How Stardew Valley, we were talking about it before the show a little bit. Not as good, but still super addicting. Give us your updated thoughts on the one and only Graveyard Keeper.
Graveyard Keeper, for anyone that has not seen this game yet, I think we briefly mentioned it last week. It came to Game Pass the day after it released, which is a funny move in the first place. But it's very much a Stardew Valley style looking game. It has Stardew Valley elements where it's an adventure where you go and talk to people and you unlock quests with people. At the same time, you have to manage a graveyard.
Yeah.
The farming is not nearly as extensive. It's very similar, but not as extensive as Stardew Valley. But it's very, if you like Stardew Valley, you're going to love this game. I would say Stardew Valley is still better, but this is definitely a different take on it. And it has its own, feel, its own flair.
Yeah.
It
has tons of personality. I will say that. Watching the stream. So I've not played it. I've had a chance to watch you on stream play it. Ton of personality. Ton of crazy sound effects.
I like that you throw the body on the floor.
Yeah. I saw it one time I tuned into you and you were throwing a body in a river.
Yeah, well, because you only want good bodies in your graveyard.
Was he not baptized or something?
Yeah, what? He was a heathen?
Which is funny because there is a church in this game. It's very funny. But no, you only want good people in your graveyard, and that's how you kind of just shove them under the rug. Because that river goes down. The river goes down to another town.
The hell?
But you don't
care about that town?
I don't care about
so
that town.
bodies are just washing up on shore at the other town?
That's what you do. What you do is, so the bodies, it's actually kind of a fun mini game, and it's very luck-based, RNG-based, but you can play this mini game. The autopsy is a mini game, and you can pull out certain body parts. Like you can take out the brain, the heart, the skull. You can take blood out, and you can take skin and then fat and stuff like that. And they all do different things to the body. And there's a scale. Red skulls are bad.
Okay.
White skulls are good. And if you have any red skulls, that's bad for your graveyard. So the bodies usually show up with some red and some white. And you can do the autopsy to try to do certain things to make red skulls go white skulls go red, some red skulls disappear, some white skulls disappear.
What does a bad body do to the graveyard?
Why is it a bad body?
Yeah.
Why? Because it has a red skull.
Does it turn into a zombie or something?
Did they have the plague?
No, they just lived a bad life.
Were they murdered?
Oh, you want holy souls.
I want pristine souls.
Ooh, I see. Okay.
That's the lore behind it, right?
Okay.
So,
because isn't the focus to make you cleric?
oops, I dropped my.
Oh,
I'm good.
we're on.
Oh, yeah.
I pressed a button.
Oh, hey,
You pressed many buttons. There we go.
Okay,
We're
there we
back
go.
on.
I dropped my drink on the
For
panel.
those of you
Isn't,
listening, we changed the screen here live.
Isn't the progression in the game like becoming a cleric is like your first thing, and then like moving
so,
higher and higher?
So your graveyard has a score,
Yeah.
and the lower the number, the more terrible your graveyard is. The higher your number, the better your graveyard is. Those white skulls directly correlate to the number
They're holy.
of of your
Holy
graveyard score. The higher the score, you do a sermon every Sunday, or it's called every Sunday because the dial is a sun. You know?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's every Sunday. You go and do a sermon, and the higher your grave score, the more donations you get.
Oh, I see.
And now that money's pretty crucial to the
Is
function.
there a benefit to having a crappy graveyard, or is it like you
no
want the
benefit
best-
whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a direct correlation to how much money you get from the donations of the people that are still alive.
Yeah.
And it's funny. The sermons are actually way funny. So you get up and you're like, "Our church is great," and then one guy in the audience goes like, "Nice."
So let me ask you this, because this is the obvious comparison that everyone's been making, is Stardew Valley, right?
Yeah.
What does it do better than Stardew Valley, and what does it not do as well as Stardew Valley?
Oh, better. I would say there's more people quests,
Okay.
and this one pulls you in more directions at the same time. Stardew, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but Stardew kind of nudges you in certain directions so you can still kind of go your own way, and you got to do certain things, and it gradually ramps up. This ramps up hard, and you are seriously going, I need to do this, but before I need to do this, I need to do this, and I need to do this because I need to do this. You know, and it pulls you in a million different directions. There's the skill tree in this game is huge. There's 5 or 6 different trees of skills. There's alchemy, there's smithing, there's building, there's farming, there's cooking, etc. And you can spend your currency that you get for just getting experience. There's 3 different experience currencies basically, and you can spend those. And those currencies are actually pretty crucial because you can be caught without something, and then you're stuck for a while. And things only happen on certain days, just like Stardew. And so you're always trying to remember, do I go there? It seems kind of complicated, but it's very fun. It
Is there
keeps
a
you,
mage tower?
hold on, Mage Tower. No, but there is the Inquisitor.
Ah.
And the first time I met him, he was burning a witch.
I take you didn't
he's
take
like-
the witch to your graveyard, huh? She's a river burial.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a lot of red skulls. But he asked me to make some flyers for him, and I, to help advertise his business, basically.
Of witch burning.
Of witch burning.
That's
And
hilarious.
yeah, it's a pretty funny game. And I became friends. He asked me if I wanted to be his friend, and I said yes. That's the guy you want as your friend, not as your enemy.
Yeah.
Poke Fraud in chat says, at Mr. McSpicy, don't forget about Homeless Pooh Bear.
Homeless Pooh Bear? Homeless Pooh Bear. Okay, there's so many things in the game. I got to remember homeless. I don't remember what that is.
Oh, okay.
A
Perhaps
homeless
Poke
bear?
Fraud will remind us.
Yeah, remind me what it is, Poker Fraud. Homeless Pooh Bear.
Next, we are joined by Jordan the Man. Jordan's renovating a house right now.
Yes.
Worst part of renovating a house. It's your house that you've
Yeah.
closed on.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though. Jordan has the house came with this really cool shed in the backyard that's like a children's play shed. It's like
It's a children's playhouse.
It's a playhouse with windows, an upstairs, a bed, everything. I think Jordan should turn it into his gaming getaway
Office.
man cave. You could put a wall air conditioner in that thing.
I would
padlock it.
I would say that, but he also has rooms in the house that he could do that
No,
to as well.
No, I want to get away, man. Dude, I'll go play with you in your shed.
You're just like, all right, I'm going out, and you just like walk across the backyard. To your
See ya, honey.
Get on a little Segway or something.
I'm driving to my cave. Dude, I think that'd be awesome. Okay, worst thing about renovating a house. Give me it. Go.
We pay for it, and we're not living in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's
That
pretty,
makes sense.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that makes total sense. Have you been able to escape into the video game worlds, or have you just
A little
been
bit.
nonstop?
Yeah, so I've been playing Warcraft. You
Okay.
know, the world's not gonna save itself.
Yeah. Are you saving it then?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Very nice.
Not as far along as I want to be, but bought a house.
But who is?
Yeah.
You know?
And then I actually played a little bit of Fortnite on the Xbox, mostly
Oh.
because I wanted to get Cowbell.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
released
Have
Cowbell.
you seen
That's
it?
right.
It's really good.
Did you
From
get a
SNL.
chance to purchase it?
I'm out of my fundage.
Hey,
And I put up a wall to buying more V-Bucks until because that game that's the first free to play game I've spent money on, and I've so far spent $200.
I actually, that game, the Cowbell. Okay, so
It's
if
so
no one
great.
knows, it's actually called Llama Belt. That's how they get away from trademarking stuff, you know.
That's what we got
They
to do.
Fortnited it.
But I mean, SNL, Saturday Night Live. There's a cowbell skit,
Yeah.
right? And
I need more cowbell.
he does the same dance as Will Ferrell. Like it's hilarious.
And he starts soft,
and then
he
he
gets
like
into
he
it.
explores the studio. You know,
Even the
just like-
music is good
Yeah,
on it.
so-
It's good.
Anyway, but I actually thought of your story the other week, Mark, when you said like your nephews are like, oh, they're stealing that from Fortnite. I saw that on like Twitter this week when people were talking about it when it came out. Like people would say stuff, oh, this is so. They'd say something like, no, that's actually they took this from Saturday Night Live. Like it's not.
That is
Like,
so funny.
We're
It's such a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, like
that
the
children,
yeah.
inexperienced children, think that
that's what it
the
was.
origination
and
of
they're-
these dances and stuff is Fortnite,
And
when
they
in
get
reality
pissed.
it's not.
They get pissed. I had my nephews.
Yeah,
that
and that's
said
what I
that-
thought. This is what it was. The Twitter, the tweet said something like, Fortnite thinks of the best things ever. You know, they got the most creative or something like that. I'm like, well, they do, but really, they just took that from Saturday Night Live.
They even this kid. So one of my nephews is, I think he just turned 8 this year, so he's 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, Fortnite should sue PUBG for stealing their idea. And I'm like, well, seriously though, Fortnite. I sat him down, you know.
Yeah,
I sat
you
him
have
down.
to. You have to, man.
I believe your data is incorrect here. Fortnite steals everything else from everyone else.
Well, and what's hilarious about that comment is Fortnite legitimately stole from PUBG.
Yeah. So
And what's hilarious is
and they called it Battle Royale.
yeah, and what's so
Which-
funny? I feel kind of bad for PUBG because PUBG uses the Unreal Engine and Fortnite's made by Epic.
Yeah.
So basically, they just go across the hallway and say, "Hey guys, can you put this in the engine real quick? We need to do something." You know, like
I got to set these kids right, man.
yeah, you do, like, and that's how I saw it on Twitter. I was like, "Man, they like it's because they're so young."
They're young. They're
They're
inexperienced.
young,
They
yeah.
think that John Wick. They made a movie after a character in Fortnite.
It's not John Wick. It's the Reaper.
What is?
Come
what?
on. That's the Reaper.
They made a
John
movie
Wick.
after the Fortnite character.
Oh man. Yeah.
No, but I played a little bit of that, just trying to get
So-
my
What do you-
skin.
I got to tell you
for the
something. I
skin.
got to
Yeah.
tell you something. Remember last week we were talking about the dances
Yeah, yeah.
specifically? So I had a photo shoot this week at an elementary school.
Okay.
Out in the recess they're doing
wait. This was not.
Oh,
On
it
your
was legal.
private time.
Yeah,
Right?
this was totally legal.
Whoa.
You were invited. Right?
Whoa! You were
I wa-
invited.
I
right?
was-
Okay.
I
You
was
were hired.
invited.
Were you in a van?
No,
An
no.
undisclosed
a
van.
nice big Buick.
Okay, an unmarked van. What? What is going on here, man?
Nice big 2003 Buick. So it was. They asked me to come. I didn't just show up with a telephoto lens. Anyways, the entire time all these kids were in line to do. They were planting trees. It was like a planting tree
They're doing
event.
Fortnite dances, weren't they?
And they were just all doing different Fortnite dances. Like I don't think kids can stand still anymore.
Yeah, no.
I think because they're all
Whoa,
like
can you
doing
blame them?
Do you know what's the worst one? The floss. This one.
Oh, everyone does that. I see that all the time.
It's like I swear.
Is
they
there-
got some terror, just some syndrome.
What? So the last cultural phenomenon this big for children, I think, was Minecraft.
Yeah.
Was there? Is there?
No,
any-
Minecrafters are now in high school and college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
And
yeah,
so this is the new. Minecraft is giant, but for a certain age group, that elementary school age group where Minecraft hit it big, everybody did Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
Girls, boys, everybody. This is equivalent to that, bigger than that. Do you think? What?
Well, it's definitely more noticeable.
Yeah.
Hey, can I
It's
say
so
one thing that
I
bothers
think
me?
it's got to be bigger because it's come out in a time where all these kids have phones. This is on phone. Like these kids have more access to this than when Minecraft came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what bothers me?
What?
It's the news got in on this stuff. I hate it when the news gets in on it.
On Fortnite?
Yeah, it's
like,
the same thing.
Like not gaming news, like general news.
No, like the
CBS
They
or
basically
something?
treat it
Yeah.
as like a pandemic. You know, like, oh my gosh, this is such a problem. Our kids are playing this game, and
Oh yeah,
how do we
what
stop
is this
them?
Fortnite game?
Yeah, how do we stop? It's like every time a Grand Theft Auto release is like, this is why it's bad. It's like, okay, no. But anyway, what bothers me is like they're always like they're doing this huge thing on like we need to tell our kids to stop doing this and blah blah blah. Like, why don't you just discipline your children?
Yeah, it's
Like,
called being responsible.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
and maybe I'm a jerk.
Well,
Well, yeah, you
but
kind of are.
I mean,
you kind of are, but that's cool.
But that's just how I see it. Like, why do I need a news story to tell me? Like, if my kids, let me tell you, when I wasn't supposed to play games, the Xbox went through the wall.
It's true.
That's how it happened. That's how
Actually,
it
it was
man.
kicked through the
Correction,
Yeah.
it wasn't your Xbox
Yeah.
that went through the wall. It was my Xbox
And
that
guess
went
what?
through the wall.
After that
And it
time,
was
I
kicked.
It was
cleaned
kicked.
I cleaned my room when I was asked to,
yeah, you
so I could
knew.
play some games.
We
But
had
I just-
our friend's dad took their Xbox, got so mad at them, took it, went out into the garage, and threw it on the ground and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he wasn't.
Dude, I
happy.
just hey, look, if you need parenting advice on how to get your kids to stop playing Fortnite, play a little God of War.
beat them.
Yeah, get a little
That boy.
get a little Kratos out of
Here's a little advice.
There's a little advice. Can we get some like advice music here? Let me give some parental advice.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
What's advice music?
The news story.
What kind of genre is that?
Creativity. Give me
Yeah.
some creativity.
Well,
here. Or just some
what-
background like advice therapy music here.
What upset me is the news story was basically why Fortnite is bad for your kids, and it's like, well, who are you to say it's bad for the? You know, just
Yeah.
It's
Let
like,
me. I need to take him in here.
Because we can do like serious or more like happy.
No, I want serious.
yeah.
Let
How
me-
about like
Here we go. This is for.
This is a hard one.
This is a message out to the world for all those in the sound of my voice.
I'm gonna try this one at first, and we can change it.
Okay.
I gotta. This one's hard. This is a hard
Okay.
genre.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, for everyone, it's a little bit creepy.
That's what you wanted.
I wanted therapy. I mean, this will give people nightmares.
Do it,
I
man.
want to cure them from their nightmares.
Do it.
Okay.
This is really good.
For everyone within the sound of my voice. Video games are not bad. Number one, parenting is bad. We do not need studies. We do not need millions and thousands of millions of dollars. I'm sure I said that wrong. Of time spent on how to keep our kids from playing Fortnite.
I don't know if this is the right music.
What we do need is a whooping. A good old-fashioned whooping. Here's how you ensure your kids have a balanced life. You say, do your chores, and if they don't, you whoop them.
Boy.
What is it? Now we have
Or
to say
the
like.
thing that
Now we have
kills me
to say
is
the disclaimer for legal purposes.
Yeah, go
This
for
was
it.
X1Bros opinion only, and this opinion
not
does
necessarily
recognize the
reflect
network of
the-
X1Bros or Positive Gaming. No, I just you're right. You're right. That was facetious. I'm joking. Don't whoop your kids. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying. Just don't let them play the
well,
game.
that's what gets me. It's like, take it away.
Yeah, take it away.
But then they cry. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like,
Good.
I know. Like, I just.
Now that I know what you just said, I probably could have chose the music a little bit better.
Yeah.
I really didn't understand what you were going for.
Therapy music here.
Therapy
Therapy.
music?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you want me to do it
Like,
again?
it's like elevator music almost would be therapy music, you know? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Whoop
see?
'em.
Yeah. Fortnite. It's a very good game. Kids can find enjoyment. Kids can learn about socialization. They can learn how to interact with their friends. They can learn about healthy, competitive acts
And new dance moves.
and new dance moves. Just don't let them play it too much. Common sense.
I've turned that off. I've turned that off.
Anyways.
Yeah, but anyway, that news story, it just blew my mind because my whole time I was like thinking, I was like, well, why don't you just take the Xbox away? And it was like no one came up. The analysts that we had on this news station were saying all these things, and it's like, well, why don't you just
Why don't you just
unplug it from
don't
the
let them play?
wall?
Also, there's parental controls
Yeah,
on your
like-
Xbox that you can put timers and everything. Also, on your computer, you can do that.
Do you know how many people do not know that?
Oh, tons.
So check this out,
Yeah,
because
tons.
I work for an internet company.
Do you think-
So I go over and I hook up their Xbox.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have you hook that up to the internet because I don't want them playing that Fortnite all the time. Or
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Fortnite.
So and I'm like, oh, I can show you how to have them not.
And then you just press the power button
No, yeah, and then
or take the controller.
No,
Let's see if they can play it without a controller.
plug it from the wall. No, I go into the park and I
mean,
put-
there's lots of ways.
there's
You
lots
can
of
even
ways.
take the power cord from the back of it.
Yeah, because you can't use just any old power cord.
And then I showed them like you can lock the game and they cannot load that game unless you put in the combination, right? And yeah.
If things get really serious, you can use the.
Let me ask you this.
Wait,
Sorry, go ahead.
I
You can
use the
search.
breaker.
You
Oh,
use
yeah.
the breaker. Yeah, you just flip that breaker in that
You
part of
could
the
actually
house.
even just pull it out of the wall, pull the entire breaker
You
out.
could actually even open the window and chuck the Xbox out the window.
Hey, can I tell you?
There's lots
Can
of
I-
ways to attack
Solution.
this problem.
X1 Bros parenting here. We're great parents.
Check this out. No. There was this one family I went to, and it was hilarious. So I got to he was having a quick issue with his computer. I had to go out. Basically, it was unplugged. Right?
Okay.
I had to plug it back in. Anyway, so I went out there
That's
and
a
I
tough
got
problem.
there, and the kid came up from playing his PlayStation. He goes, "Are you the internet guy?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "Oh, are you here to fix the internet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like the internet's working fine, but this was blah blah blah." And he was like, "Oh no, the internet's always super bad here," and he's complaining like it's the worst internet he ever had because he's always disconnecting from Fortnite. He can't play games, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I'm like, oh, yeah, let me take a look into it for you. And I was talking to the dad, and the dad, after the kid left, was like, oh, no, the internet's fine. We just unplugged the router. I was like, oh, okay. See, that's all you got to do.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's a smart dad.
Yeah, he's like, no, he's like,
That's
don't
funny.
worry about it. I actually
'Cause
just
that- no, that's like he didn't tell his kid.
yeah, he was like, he
Well,
just let him
That's what
assume
I'm
it was
saying.
the
He's
internet.
like lied to his kid. I don't know, son. I want to help
That's
you.
not discipline. That's
want-
deception.
I want to
That's
help.
different.
I want to help you, man, but
I don't know.
the friggin' internet.
He's
I
like
can't
hiding the
fix
cord
it's
under
not
the-
working.
I can't fix an act of God.
It's not working. It's not working. The whole world must be down. I mean, everyone's internet everywhere. It's down.
But see, he's punishing him without the kid knowing. How's that kid supposed to learn anything? He's like,
Mrs. J. Mina in chat says, when your kids cry, go to your happy place. Yes. Great
It's
advice.
usually
as
my
well.
Xbox.
oh man. Ah.
Anyway, so all I'm saying is I didn't really need a news story to tell me how awful Fortnite was. It's just if my kid's acting
Well-
up, I take it away.
The news with anything gaming related, they just don't get it. Like general news.
Well,
Yeah,
I
general
love
news, like
I love
non-game-
yeah.
non-gamers
Well, I love it when a
reporting
new
on
Grand
games.
Theft Auto game comes out because they basically say the world is going to explode if we play this game. Like,
Well-
they take it like so.
There's a
far.
really good interview. I believe it was CBS interviewed Ninja.
Oh yeah, and they had no idea what
They
they
were-
were.
their
no,
questions-
It was, and it
Fox,
was,
wasn't it? Or
No, it
something like
was
that?
CNBC.
CNBC. Okay. Whoever it was.
MSNBC.
I'm sorry.
No, it
All
was
those
CNBC because it was the financial network.
whatever acronym or whatever it was, they interviewed him and they were baffled. Their questions were they were interesting questions because they're like, so you're making
How much?
$500,000.
They're like
a
looking
month?
at their pay stubs.
They're like, wait a minute, I'm on national television here, and you what? You play this game?
video games,
You wait. How many people watch you an hour?
and you play on what's called
Wait.
the Twitch.
Wait a minute.
The
I'm,
Twitch? They
I'm
call
on
it the
cable.
Twitch.
I'm on cable news. That's you triple our ratings. I thought what?
he was really good in that interview.
yeah,
he really
he's-
was.
He actually
Fantastic.
did excellent representing a gaming community.
No, he really did.
Yeah.
He's articulate, calm, collected, and just explained.
And I loved how he had what? Does he have this pink hair at
It's
the
like
time?
explaining it to aliens. Like, yes, this is a thing. Millions of people enjoy this, and it's really cool. You guys should check it out.
People like good players, and I'm entertaining as well, and that's that's why they're tuning in. And then they keep going. So you make more than doctors.
So
and,
wait.
and that's with $1 million donation you just made.
So wait, did you
to
get
a
your college
charity.
degree in this? Is this some?
Yeah,
no, I didn't. I played Halo. I was really good at that. You guys know of Halo? No,
Halo.
Halo. I think isn't that Nintendo game?
It's kind of it's kind of interesting. Yeah. Oh man.
Last but not least,
Oh, you're on the intros.
That was my intro.
That was his intro.
News, man.
The news, the rant. Last but not least, I am X1. Dude, let me tell you, I am just super enjoying a Madden League. The Madden League. Big shout out to Dark Knight and the General. I call him the General.
The general.
The General.
The G.
Really, the General put it on, and Dark Knight is there, and you guys done a fantastic job if you're listening. Thank you very much. It's so much fun. You get experience. It's like an RPG for gaming. That's all. It's just a franchise. You get experience every time. You got to do practice. I did my practice. The season has started. Game 1, I'm playing this weekend. Game 1 of my season. By the way, I'm getting better, guys. I feel like I'm getting better. I had 2 losses this morning. That sucked.
That does not. I think I'm getting
Well,
better.
but,
I'm
I mean,
0 for 2
you-
today.
But it's my rank.
You
Like,
do
my
win a
rank,
lot when you're not streaming.
My my rank is way.
I get that joke. That's funny.
My rank is way up. I made it back to 500. I was on a 3-game winning streak. My rank goes up, and then I play better people, and then it goes back down. And then I go back up, and it's a seesaw. But no, online play. I feel is how you get better. Obviously, competition is how you get
They
better.
call that ELO hell.
ELO.
Yeah, ELO. Yeah.
Why? What does ELO stand for?
ELO. It's a chess term. It means that you're not being faced against people. You're being faced of such a spectrum of different opponents that you rank is not going up or down. It's because they have
you're stuck there.
Yeah,
That's
Overwatch.
exactly what I'm
Overwatch uses it a
experiencing.
lot, but the origination of the term, I believe that
Bobby fishing?
ELO is chess play. Like EL is a.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because
I
here's
can't
the thing: some guys I play, it's not even.
But
a
you're stuck.
competition.
You're stuck in a range of skills. Everyone is stuck in the same pot, and you can't get up, and they can't go down. It's
You're
called
the middle
ELO
class.
Really?
The middle
Why
class.
can't they go down?
hell. Because there's so many different skill sets stuck in that same. Because chess has a score, right?
Yeah.
You can. A grandmaster is like above 1800, I
Sure.
believe, and then new players are a lot lower than that. And you can actually. There's a scale of skill, and ELO hell is you're stuck playing bad and good people, so you're not going up because you're playing some good people, but you're winning, so it like doesn't change.
It's gaming purgatory.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Overwatch has this. Between like 1800 and 2800, 2700-ish, they call it ELO hell because out of your control, you're getting partnered with crappy people. And so you lose.
No. The next game you're partnered with great people,
for
so you
instance,
win.
in a one-on-one, in a Madden one-on-one, I'm getting paired against. When I'm winning, they're bad people.
They're
so
way
I'm not,
worse than
so
you.
I'm not going up, or if I am, it's slight. And then
Yes.
when I play someone, they're higher than me. So I see. Okay.
It's there's so much. There's like 80% of the community is stuck in this one
How
spot.
do you break through that?
You win every match.
You just have to. You just have to win.
You got to
have to
be
be a prodigy.
you get to a certain point and then things level out. Like I would say diamond and up in Overwatch, everyone starts to be smarter.
So I'm in purgatory. I'm in Madden purgatory.
So because there's times when you're going, what are you? There's like you always have a dude on Overwatch just going 1v6. He's like, hold on, guys. I know you're back at base, but I got
Hold my
this.
beer.
Hold my beer. I got this.
So
As a mercy.
Do you think Overwatch? So for instance, a Destiny game. We talked about this 2 weeks ago or last week. I believe it was last week. A Destiny game. If you've not played it for a while, it's daunting because everybody else is so much further. Overwatch is a little bit different because everyone else knows the strategies, understands the meta. Does it have that same daunting? Because you guys talking about Overwatch, I'm lost. It's like, man, I'd probably be that guy. Like, hey guys, I got this.
But see, you get placed. The real problem is where they initially place people, because there's potential you would get on my team on the matchmaking, and so you would bring me down. You would bring me down, and I would bring you up.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't. There's no progress because I'm not going up. I'm going down when I should be going up, and you're going up when you should be going down.
I see. Dieter Pinklage says you need to work a lot harder to improve at the level you've gotten to. Mindset and practice is huge. That's really it, huh? Just you got to put in.
But that's it in general. But that's important. But when you're in ELO hell, you have to be way better because you have to carry, and carrying in Overwatch is very hard.
So you're stuck in this mediocrity, this place of like no man's land.
Yeah.
And you've got to be way better than where you're actually at in order to just get out of no man's land.
The only way besides being way better, which you'll get out of it just because of your skill set. But if you're stuck in that purgatory, but you should be higher, but you're not good enough to be like a grandmaster, say for example, the best way out of it is to play with friends.
Yeah.
That's the best way. So
Okay.
I don't know how to do it in Madden.
Well, here's the thing. I lost. Well, the second game this morning that I lost was legitimately the guy was pretty decent, but the first game I lost was just foolish mistake. You get to a point where you're like, 3 games in a row. You know what? I'm not going to kick a field goal here. I'm going to go for it, and then you get rocked, and you're like, oh shoot. You make bad decisions. You experience that ever? Oh, I experience it quite. I get very arrogant.
Not me.
I do. I'm like,
you ever see Top Gun? I'm like Iceman.
You're cool.
Yeah.
Cool and by the
no
book.
mistakes.
By the book.
No mistakes.
By the book, no matter what.
I bite my gum like this.
Now, me see, I'm Maverick. I'm taking chances all over.
I know
the
you
place.
Shot, yeah.
And who are you, Jordan?
I don't know.
You're the fat guy that drinks the coffee?
Where's the guy in the tower?
Yeah, the fat guy that drinks the coffee in the tower.
Oh man! Hey, guess what? We had a community play last week. We did No Man's Sky in the community play. We got everybody on a planet, did the whole planet thing. McSpicy, please report back. How was the No Man's Sky community play? Getting everybody on the same planet. We tried to name it XoneBros, but I had already named it. But it is called the XoneBros Galaxy.
That's what we called it?
That's what we called it.
Is it uploaded?
It's
and named?
uploaded.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the Galaxy is the X1Bros Galaxy.
But is it a galaxy or is it a solar? Is it a system?
Oh, it's a system. Sorry, it's a system.
XoneBros system.
System. Sorry, yes, system. System,
Okay.
Galaxy, whatever.
We could actually, because we could all now spread different directions and take over
Just
that.
take over the whole
that
thing.
galaxy.
It'd be hilarious. But how did our
Let's see,
theory? We had a theory.
See Orion's belt up there? Over there is the
There
X1Bros.
it is, right
Galaxy.
there. Second star to the left.
And straight on till morning.
The theory, we had a theory of basically creating a virus and spreading to get everybody on the same planet. How did it go, Mr. McSpicy? Did it work? Did it not work?
I think it worked.
What did we learn?
I think it worked. There are quirks with this multiplayer, such as sometimes my base is there and sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's half there. I don't know how the multiplayer works, like how it loads
What'd
up.
you tell me that you have to upload it?
Yeah, that
But
was.
you tried that and it didn't work?
Well, I haven't been on
Oh, okay.
to test it, but yes, it does work that we're all on the same planet. We are all there. So, if you would like to join the No Man's Sky X1Bros universe, feel free to hop on Discord and find someone who's already been to the planet. Then you just friend them, and then you load into their game, and then there's our planet, and you can take anywhere. I built my
Hey, it's
planet.
a planet, so it's pretty big.
Yeah. Well, there's several planets even in the
Yeah.
system,
In the X1Bros system.
in the X1Bros system.
But get on our planet. I think it's called like Yiberus or something like that.
Why don't we name it something like?
I couldn't rename it.
Why'd you name it
Why did
Gibberish?
you-
I just
name
didn't.
it
It was just the
Yiberus.
auto, like it was the auto generator thing.
But you can rename it
I tried to. It didn't let me.
if you already uploaded it. You cannot.
Yeah, I already uploaded it. That was the problem.
Someone's stupid. No. Yeah. No. But I made sure to build my house higher than everyone else's, so I can look down on you.
His
Yeah.
is high.
Mine is pretty awesome.
Between myself-
it's got windows.
Oh yeah. Well, between myself and Major Barber, I built a pathway of lights, so you cannot lose yourself. And then I made a border of lights around my
Like an
place.
airport?
Kind of like an airport. It's like a really nice because
Like a
this
runway.
planet.
Landing.
This planet's
Come
hot.
in.
This planet's hot. It's like it's
Oh,
a
it's
heater.
way hot.
It's a heater planet,
We actually chose, I think, the ugliest planet.
and it's just red. And there's ugly animals everywhere.
It's like one of those Star Trek episodes where there's just rocks.
If you would
And
like,
sand.
if you would like to join the No Man's
Red.
Sky
Red sand.
community planet, like Mr. McSpicy said, just join us on Discord, x1bros.com/Discord. We have over 1,100 members of the community there. It's awesome. This is where we're doing everything. The Madden League is there. We've got lots of different channels. Great bunch of people. No trolls, guaranteed. If there is a troll, we just ban them. You want to know our solution to trolls? Ban. They're gone. Which actually we
We actually
really,
don't get that many.
We've really never had an issue with it.
We have a couple mechanical, technical things in place that prevent a lot of trolls.
Yeah.
We built it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So come join us, get to know some people, and be able to join us on the X1 in the X1Bros system, the solar system
Solar system.
of the X1Bros. We've got a community play. Our next community play brings us to the next thing is going to be PUBG. Now I know there's a news story about PUBG, but let's talk about this here real quick. Custom matches are
Yep.
now available in PUBG, which means we're going to be able to
Custom.
put together a community custom match and just play. So theoretically, everybody in the community could jump in and we can just see last man standing. We could do teams, or what is their mode? It's called war. We could do war teams. We could do the zombie mode. Whatever we want to do. We're going to do it Saturday, September 15th, noon Eastern. Come join us. This one's going to be big. PUBG. Jordan,
That's the 15th.
the 15th, September 15th.
September 15th.
Noon Eastern. Jordan, Sloppy Scopes wrote into the mailbag.
Uh-huh.
I like that name.
And let's do this here. So mailbag, if you want to be a part of the mailbag, x1bros.com hit the Patreon button, subscribe to us on Patreon, and join the mailbag. But Sloppy Scopes writes in and says, "What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. With the news that PUBG is going full release, I'm looking forward to jumping back in. PUBG is getting custom matches, I believe. A community deathmatch might be in order." Oh, sorry. This wasn't the question. Sorry, I'm confused on my questions. I thought this was another question that we'll talk about later. But yes, Sloppy Scopes, we are doing a community play. There you go. This is live. This is live, baby. This is what happens when it's live, when you record live.
You thought that was bad. You should have been here before the show.
Yeah, there you go. Sloppy Scopes, thank you very much. We are going to be doing a community play September 15th. Come and join us. Check it out. Noon Eastern, September 15th, PUBG Custom. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. We have a meetup. We're going to start doing meetups. We're scheduling them. We have a survey. Go over to Discord. Go into the announcements. Fill out the survey. We want to know where you're from, where you're at, what you want to do during a meetup. We're going to get together and meet up. Have gaming fun times.
Yeah.
Big Spicy.
Oh, yes.
What kind of food do you want at a meetup? Give me your number one food choice.
For gaming or for
gaming.
hanging out?
This is a gaming hangout.
So for both.
Both. It's both. This is a hybrid. I got to go meat.
Yeah, meat's good.
I'm going meat, and I'm going bratwurst with some barbecue. I decided my stripper name, by the way, would be barbecue sauce.
So, can I ask where you were when you decided this?
I was at work.
Okay,
I was at work, and I was just talking to people randomly, and I was like, stripper names.
barbecue.
I believe my stripper name would be barbecue sauce.
I don't understand.
A1.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be my nickname, A1. It's like a little nickname, but no barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce?
Call me Hickory. Call me
Hickory.
Smoked.
Yeah.
Smoked.
Whatever you want.
Well, see, but that's not, or BBQ.
It's not sexy? Dude, that's sexy. Barbecue sauce?
BBQ smoky.
Now on stage, it's barbecue sauce. Down, 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 down. Come out.
Do you want me to get you some music for that?
I'm good. Yeah, give me some.
I don't have anything pulled. I don't know. You're like, you are Maverick, man. You're crazy.
From the hips, baby. Barbecue sauce, yeah.
Shooting from the hip right there.
Add flavor to your meat. It's barbecue sauce. Anyway, sorry. I'm going kielbasa. Kielbasa is the ultimate meat-up gaming food, in my opinion. Big Spicy, how about you?
What is kielbasa?
Oh, kielbasa? It's a giant sausage.
Oh, I get those.
On a
I actually,
dude,
I don't know them
usually
as.
put in barbecue sauce. You put in
Yeah.
onions, whatever you want.
I actually have one in my fridge. Yeah. What
Yeah.
are you laughing at, Jordan?
Oh, something we had your leak point. Hickory dickory. Never mind.
No, I don't know, man. I'll be honest. I'm a fan of sandwiches.
Sandwiches are good.
A lot of meat.
Not messy. Mayonnaise. Are you a mayonnaise guy?
Oh yeah. So
Who isn't?
You want to know the
True.
perfect sandwich?
Perfect sandwich,
They
go.
sell it at Subway,
Oh, okay. What is it?
and I make it.
You like jalapenos on your sandwiches?
Absolutely.
Dude, amen, brother. Amen.
So they're honey roasted chicken
Okay.
with provolone
Okay.
on Italian urban cheese sandwich, like bread, toasted.
I'm digging where
Okay.
you're putting down here.
Then you put lettuce, spinach, right? A cucumber. I love cucumbers. And I love
Anything
how-
with a crunch. It adds a nice little zesty crunch
That's
to
what
the sandwich.
That's what cucumbers do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you add the jalapeno, but the trick is the honey mustard, and
It's
then
always the
mayo.
honey mustard.
Oh my gosh, that sandwich! It's making my mouth water.
That does sound good.
It is the best sound. I cannot get another sandwich. Can I be right back?
I'm a big fan of spicy mustard. Also horseradish.
Dijon?
I love horseradish.
I don't like spicy mustard.
Give me
I
a
think,
good
I think
horseradish.
that's stupid.
Ooh,
I think that's a dumb idea.
good horseradish.
Just kidding.
Anyways, meetups.
Well, you have jalapenos on there too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Again, that's what makes barbecue sauce barbecue sauce.
I'm telling you, later on, a day later, your nails are gonna be really strong because you're gonna be scratching the wall when you're in the bathroom.
I was talking to my wife about this right before the show, actually, because our daughter was there, and I was like, "Yo, daddy's got to go to do a pot." I just said that, and I was like, "Man, I wish I had like the trashiest Southern accent you could think of." And the only thing I would ever say is, "Yo, daddy." Yo, daddy's got to go.
Well, I've actually thought about this today.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Barry White voice.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I can't even do it.
I know. Do you know
Hello,
how
baby.
cool that would be?
Hello.
Like you
Hello.
answer the phone. This is spicy.
If you
Can
could
I
have,
help you?
if you could have one singer's voice in history,
Art Garfunkel.
Would you pick
Art Garfunkel,
Really?
one of the best tenors ever in the history of the world.
Jordan, you go.
I have no idea.
You know idea? I think I'd go Freddie Mercury. We're
He's good.
Been
That's
watching his
good.
concerts. Oh, if I could go to any concert in time, 1984 or 86, there was two of them, but I feel like 84 was a little bit better. Wembley. I've been watching those concerts. We will never have that. Never. In our lifetime,
Yeah.
we will never have that type of experience. Blows my mind.
You can. I mean,
No. No one puts on no rock band puts on a show like that in their prime, like Queen did at Wembley. I think it's considered like one of the top 10 concerts ever.
it's true, but you can't say it'll never happen. I mean,
Okay.
people are influenced by that, and
This
they
is
will.
true.
I
This
mean,
is true.
Garth Brooks.
But here's the thing.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
When Garth Brooks was in his prime in the 90s,
Yeah.
he based his show off of like ZZ Top, AC/DC. He based his country music rock shows or his country shows on that style, right? So you can't just. I'm just saying you could have people that are influenced by that concert and then make themselves.
Well, there has to be a revival into rock concerts, and here's the problem. Here's why, in my mind, and I'm not a music guy. This is just me logically thinking this out. Rock died because when you look at someone like Queen, when you look at like I don't know who the Who, Leonard Skinner, any of those guys, right? But Queen is who I know, so I've been watching them. Every single person is an expert at their instrument, including the voice. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen anymore. And the reason that they were an expert, like think about recording. Back then, when you were recording, you had to record, replay until you got the perfect sound. Now you just play it once. You go and play it once. Computers fix it for you. So you don't have,
for the most part, yeah.
You don't have the expertise. You don't have like I just don't. It would take 7 prodigies that hook up, get together, and make a band, and that's just so rare.
7 prodigies.
I've got to throw in like keyboard, cowbell. We got to have a guy with
You
cowbell.
gotta have the cowbell guy.
You know?
You can't just have anybody on the cowbell.
But don't you think that's very hard? And that's ultimately I think what killed rock, because it's so
Killed rock.
like we don't.
There's still good stuff out there. You have to find it.
Not like there was though.
Don't we pull some up? No.
Yeah, well, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I don't want to copyright our show. Get all these flags.
No, but don't you think it's just not? It's like my theory. I think
You got to find them.
we're seeing the best sports players. From here, it's downhill. Also, best we've kind of peaked out in movie creativity and stuff, because the next generation growing up, like I grew up playing sports out in the
get
street
it. I mean,
with my friends.
I usually have I'm on your side,
Yeah.
but to say it's never going to happen again, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Okay, well that's fair, but it's not in the
I mean, because you could argue that Freddie Mercury was heavily influenced by the Beatles,
Well,
and
but
how he recorded his
but
music.
what I'm saying is in the peak of rock and roll, right? You had
some good
it
stuff.
was and it was like that talent,
Yeah.
and it was common almost. You know what I mean? Like we had a lot of
We're
variety.
talking
of that.
about my favorite, like you're talking about late 70s, 80s
Yeah.
rock, right?
Yeah.
That I know. That's that.
Well,
I know.
I mean, even when you look at stuff that like an Elton John, right? Elton John, have you seen his concerts from then? Phenomenal, right? Like
Yeah.
I just don't like. It's just like, oh, I want to be there.
Well, I mean, because I just went to a Weezer concert, right?
Yeah.
And they had their W at so they played a concert, and it was a decent concert, right? It was good. And then their finale, the Weezer logo, right?
Yeah.
Then they had it on fire across the whole stage, just completely burning, and everyone. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
I think you should just go to concerts and just see that they're still there.
No, I know concerts are still there, but that
But again,
that's
when
a
did
once.
Weezer?
Okay.
When did
That's a once in a
but if you
generation
think about
experience,
it,
don't you think?
Weezer was a product of the '90s.
Yeah, but they're doing a great concert today.
Yeah, but
But
I
they're from the
still don't
90s.
think it's the same as like a Queen, like that Queen Wembley. That's a once in a lifetime type
Yeah,
of concert.
but Freddie Mercury, man, that guy, like when he's doing his vocal warm up in that concert,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and then the crowd joins in and everything. Yeah, that's. I mean,
But what I'm saying is, you had multiple of those guys all at once, like once in a lifetime, once in a generation talent, all doing rock and roll at once, and I just don't see it happening.
Never.
I think it can. I think it can. I'm not giving up on humanity. I think you are. You're a pessimist.
All those people that would otherwise be doing that are playing Guitar Hero instead.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they just have. I don't know.
Or they're ruined by American Idol.
Well, I don't doubt that. I think they are.
I don't think there's ever going to be
Do you
another
know?
Slash.
Do you know what bugs me? I don't want to go on this. You've already gone on this huge rant. I'm just gonna say it. What bugs me is mainstream editing on like X Factor, America's Got Talent.
Oh, dude, America's Got Talent.
Their editing drives me crazy.
So,
I'm an editor, right? I'm an editor. Drives me. They cut so fast and so hard, and they're swinging the cameras everywhere.
America's Got Talent. When it's a live show, you're watching someone on stage. You want to know what bothers me? They like it's someone. Let's say it's someone on a trapeze, whatever. Let's just say it's a trapeze guy's doing, and he's doing a crazy flip, and then it's live, or it's really not live. It's pre-recorded, but it's live audience. Like you want that experience, and you're like, oh, this is cool, and then they slow motion. It's like, no, you just took me out of the experience. That's not cool.
I think they do that the jump cuts so much, just because they read the reports that people have not a lot of attention span.
Yeah.
And I disagree with that. I don't know. It bugs me. It bugs me big time. That's why I don't watch regular TV.
So I don't
Can't stand it.
So I don't know how we got off on this tangent. I apologize.
Yeah, it was a big one, and you were taking my side of the argument, and I wanted to argue against you. It was really hard for me. It was really hard because for years I've said that time period is the greatest thing to happen to music ever.
I agree with you.
At least you had so many great.
I agree with you. So you want to know what got me?
And throughout
you want to
the
know what
80s.
got me going down this rabbit hole of music? Janis Joplin. I knew I've heard Janis Joplin music before, but I didn't know that was Janis Joplin. You know what I mean? Like I heard those songs, didn't know that was Janis Joplin. I went down this Janis Joplin rabbit hole. Holy crap, man! That just put me down. Then I went down a Jimi Hendrix one as a result.
Oh yeah.
Then I went,
and Jimmy was only around for 4 years. Imagine if he was do you know what he could have done?
Then I did a lateral.
Okay.
And I went over to, then I was like, best concerts of all time. And there's like all these top 10. And everybody, it's like, there's no debate. Everybody agrees that it's, at least the top 5 are these specific concerts. Like, and 3 of the 5 are at Wembley every time. Like, freaking British people. Gotta have the coolest concerts of all time.
Well, I mean, they're a big part of why music exists how it exists right now. So
take your Adeles and your people,
Beatles,
your One Directions.
Dude, okay, so if I had the voice, I would be Art Garfunkel with the writing talent, musical talent of Paul Simon.
Oh wow!
They were because Art Garfunkel was a voice, right?
Yeah.
But that Paul Simon, man,
I'd want the voice
doing.
of Elvis.
Okay.
There's just like sexy.
What time period? Near the end or near the beginning?
No. I think if you had the voice of Elvis, early Elvis.
Okay.
You had the voice of Elvis today with the a blues style. Oh, sexy.
I got to remind ourselves that this is a video game podcast.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, sorry. Let's move on to the news.
I'm not ready for it. Okay, there we go.
This is live. We're getting all Jordan.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I just want to mention this is basically how our shows go with our bonus podcast episode.
Much more random, much
it's
more
pretty
wild.
bad. It's pretty bad,
like
yeah.
people end up naked at the end. And
Whoa!
it's crazy.
Well, you did talk about you started this whole thing with your stripper name.
Dude, did you think barbecue sauce that's a good one, right?
Jordan, what's new in the world that is Xbox?
Xbox One.
Well,
He's shocked. He doesn't know how to respond.
well, no. This actually there's Gamescom this last week, so a lot of stuff flying around.
There is lots
You
of stuff.
sound like
flying
you're
around.
just waking up. Sorry.
The first story I wanted to talk about is because it's actually like our most controversial.
It is our most controversial video
we've ever made.
discussion that we had.
And
about DayZ.
apparently, us 3 are the only ones in the world that don't really care for this game that much. So what do you say we talk about that?
Yeah, DayZ.
is coming out on Xbox One finally on August 29th in game preview. So it won't be full release; it'll be in game preview, just like it's been on game preview for Steam and everything else. So yeah, it's finally coming. And just for the record, it's not bad if you like this game. It's just not my cup of tea.
And it took forever to come out, is what? And so we've moved on to
technically,
other
it's still not out.
What was it? 2009?
I don't know when DayZ first. I mean, DayZ. There was the Arma mod, right? And then they kind of broke off and did DayZ. And I mean, I know they're working on it. Like they redid the whole engine and stuff like that. But anyway, it's going to be on Xbox Game Preview on August 29th. So that's cool. Hey, honestly, I hope it's good. I never hope a game fails. I hope it's good, and maybe this will be the one that the console version will be the one that brings me back to it. But I just remember when I played on PC, it wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
When I first played
hopefully
it.
it's good.
That was a while ago. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe this will bring me back.
Hopefully it's good, because if they did what this game does right now, like if they do it correctly,
Yeah.
then it would be a fun game.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's all those bugs and kinks are all worked out. It's a fun genre.
I'm gonna try it out. I will always give it the try.
Survival zombie.
This was like the first survival zone.
Sorry, there's questions in chat about meetups. Sorry, if we have a survey for meetups, we're going to start doing them. Go fill out the survey. I think I mentioned that, but then we got on a sidetrack. So just to reiterate, for those of you
Go on Discord.
that just jump in, Discord announcements. There's a survey. We want to know where you're at in the world and what you'd like to see at a meetup. And then we're going to start. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the meetups. So go do that. You also on Facebook, there's a post. So that's where you can find the survey. Go do that there. There's patch notes, or is this the last rift, right? Did I see that somewhere for Fortnite?
No, it's the new patch.
One more
for
rift to go?
No, it's a rift to go. It's the new Fortnite patch that came out. It's basically a rift bomb. So it's a portable
bomb.
rift.
So do you know what the rifts are? Have you played since they added
No, I
rifts?
haven't played
Rifts
in a while.
are little portable
tears in the universe.
They're tears on the field of battle that you can jump in, and it'll appear you above the map, right above that spot, and then you can umbrella down
wherever you want.
So now they made it so instead of it just being a one-time use on the map randomly, you have
a portable one
you
that
can
you
throw it
find.
down.
I mean, it's not on you.
That's
I mean,
cool.
You have to find
And then
it,
you can fly. It's really nice.
So yeah, a lot of cool. Just a new patch for Fortnite, which is really cool. There's actually one thing that the Save the World mode is getting that I'm super jealous of. It's called the Blunderbuss Assault Rifle.
Ooh,
So imagine a blunderbuss,
imagining it
but
right now.
in assault rifle form.
Ooh.
It's only in the Save the World mode, which is a real bummer. But if you could bring that gun to the
Bring that gun to real life.
Fortnite
should team up
Yeah, to
with
real-
real gun manufacturers, because I'd buy that gun. You know how fun that'd be to shoot?
that would actually be a lot
blunderbuss
of-
Assault
Yeah.
rifle?
There's probably a reason it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's probably physically impossible.
Actually, a blunderbuss assault rifle, didn't they use that in like the Revolutionary War?
I don't know.
Gatling gun.
No, that's the Civil War. Revolutionary War is when they had to like light their
Muskets?
yeah.
You had like one shot.
And then it would like flare it out.
You had
and
to
you're
be
like,
much better shot. You had one shot.
boom. Or have you ever seen Last of the Mohicans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were smart, man. They had one guy shooting and one guy reloading.
Yeah.
And then they just kept switching guns.
Very smart. And they had axes.
Those
that
two
they'd
guys
throw
were
at
really
people.
smart.
Also,
Yeah.
they had awesome music that pumped you up
Oh,
while you were
Last
fighting.
Mohicans is
And they did have Daniel Day-Lewis.
yeah. That soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks
So
of all
good.
time.
So
Movie
good.
soundtracks.
So good.
Yeah. I gotta
What is
get
your
that.
number one movie soundtrack on your list? I think mine is Gladiator.
Kung Fury.
I would say this is kind of cheating, but I would say Forrest Gump.
Oh, Forrest Gump, that piano. That's
There's
good
some well,
stuff.
and then they have all the rock songs from the
Classic.
70s.
Yeah. But original scores though, that's a good
Original
one.
scores, Gladiator's really good.
Gladiator's
Hans
so good.
Zimmer.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's overrated. Next in the news, Battlefield
What a
5.
troll.
Battlefield 5 has open
Yeah, Battlefield 5 has an open beta release date. Well, just first, it's September.
Yeah.
So sorry, it's not like an actual physical day. It's just in September will be their open beta, which is pretty cool. So be sure to check that out. Also, the Master Chief Collection got some news here at Gamescom. It's going to be on Game Pass in September, and when they release it on Game Pass, I believe they're releasing an update with it that will give you 4K support, HDR, all that good stuff for all the games. Faster loading time, 60 frames a second. So all the good stuff you want. Star Wars Battlefront 2. New patch coming out on August 29th. It's going to give us some new stormtroopers, some new skins, all that good stuff. So very good.
When was the last time you played Battlefront?
A little while ago. I want to play it because they actually their revamp on the star card system. I do like.
Really?
Like it's not bad.
Yeah. No, I mean they fixed. It's a fun game, but for whatever reason, when did it launch? For whatever reason, we played it.
Then we realized we had to pay to play it. If you wanted to compete.
But
that
they
happened
fixed
the
that.
week before.
Yeah,
they
they
fixed all
fixed
that
that.
before it even released.
Yeah, what happened?
We probably had other games.
I don't know, just so many games.
Well,
out.
they didn't necessarily fix it. They took out the money part.
Well, isn't that
Well, because it was based on a money system, it wasn't necessarily fixed. They
Now
did have
it
to
is, though.
Yeah, now it is. They had to revamp the whole system
Do
essentially.
you think that it's just competing? It's just in such. I mean, it's still it's a well-supported game. It still has its enthusiasts for sure. We just haven't. We just haven't jumped in and played it.
I'm gonna say, like I said last week, first impressions, man.
Do you think? What do you think is the
I
toughest?
think Battlefield 5. I think Battlefield 5 might go down a similar road because first impressions.
First impressions are big,
Yeah.
and you think, with all the news with the star card system.
Although I
and-
will
That's
admit,
a good
what
point.
did you say the other day? I do think Battlefront got jobbed a little bit because some dude who didn't get the star card he wanted after he spent $100 in Hawaii decided to contact his senator and tell him that we should make this illegal. I mean, I do think Battlefront it got
it was-
taken a little too far.
Yeah, it was a
you
little
know,
bit
like-
over. It was
yeah,
a little bit
so
over.
I do feel like.
Do you think
they
there's
got
just a lot of noise? Like the competitive first person shooter genre is just
Well, I
so
think-
so hard.
I think
to
there's
break
so many
through.
big names. You got let's even add Battlefront in there. You got Battlefront, you got Battlefield, you got Halo, you got Call of Duty, right? I
Yeah.
think there's so many big names that if one makes a misstep, you have another one to jump to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's, and you're all releasing around the same time, and that's what's I don't know. I just first impressions, especially in the gaming world, I think first impressions are everything, and unfortunately, Battlefront did not have a good first impression.
Yeah, no. It's a good game though. Super
Yeah, it's
fun.
really fun.
Ah, maybe I should.
I think
re-download
Disney
that.
actually had more to do with ruining it than EA, but that's my own conspiracy theory.
Viscous in chat says once it hits EA Access, it will take off. That is a huge benefit of EA Access is that they can breathe new life. And same with Game Pass.
Yeah.
Game
Yeah,
Pass
exactly.
is a similar thing. You can breathe new life into a game, kind of revive it a little bit. Halo Master Chief Collection is going to experience that as well.
Same thing. First
Yeah,
impressions.
Same thing. First impressions.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. First impressions, launch impressions are extremely important.
Yeah, so 2 new clone trooper skins will be added. I believe they're adding new planets and stuff like that. But anyway, the new patch for Battlefront 2 comes out on August 29th. Be sure to check it out. I'm actually going to check it out because this game is pretty, man.
Yeah.
If
No,
you got
it is
if you got a
beautiful.
4K TV, a little HDR on the side.
Yeah. And
It's a
also
good-looking
something
game.
that I don't think is talked about a lot, but I mean we've discussed it, but their their spaceship combat modes.
Yeah, I think
so
that's all
much
we've played
fun.
for a while.
Yeah, so much fun. We did a community play with it. That
Mm-hmm,
is super fun. Sea of Thieves. though.
I don't know where you're at, but the Xbox Game Pass now has an app.
Oh, I'm one ahead of you.
Yeah.
No, I was. Well, so here's the thing: you have to sign up for the beta. You
Yeah,
can get the beta.
It was announced at Gamescom.
You can get the beta on Android. This is separate than your Xbox app.
Yeah.
This is an Xbox Game Pass app. It's available now on Android in beta.
For beta, yeah.
You've got to apply for it. I applied for it. I haven't heard back yet on iOS for beta.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people. This kind of got some. I don't want to.
Mixed?
I don't think it was controversy, but it was mixed. Some people were like, "Yes, this is awesome." Other people said, "Not another app. Why a separate app?" I don't
understand that.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know if you.
argument.
I don't know. I don't know if you could put it in the Xbox app. The Xbox app sometimes it has its own issues. Sometimes it works really well. Other times it doesn't work so well. I feel like make it separate and make sure that it works all the time,
Yeah.
and that would be good. Just a great way to browse games.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's really all it is. It was announced at Gamescom. It was just, cool little feature.
Yeah.
I thought, but anyway, Sea of Thieves was talked a lot about at Gamescom,
Yeah. Forsaken
especially
Shores.
about the new Forsaken Shores DLC. It was
on its
in
way.
Inside Xbox. It looks cool, man.
Yeah,
It looks cool. It's coming
it's
September 11th.
Adding new areas to the
Yep.
map.
New environmental hazards.
Yeah, volcanoes, baby.
And
they're on their way.
you could be walking on an island and a geyser just shoots you right
Shoots
up in
up
the
and
air. Yeah.
kills
Don't
ya.
stand on a geyser, man.
Shoots
Okay,
you right
that's
out.
good
Right,
advice.
yeah.
That's very good advice.
Watch, I think it's gonna be fun sailing into like a lava storm, and you're just like, oh my gosh, 'cause
I
it's
really-
raining lava.
I really enjoy Sea of Thieves. I do have a serious criticism of this game though, and that is the grind. The grind is real.
It's always real, man.
No, but this grind is extra real. I will give you an example. I was talking to our barber Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I've got you guys didn't
It
compliment
looks
my hair.
very good.
Thank
Hold
you.
on.
Thank you.
David, your hair looks really nice
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Um.
People in chat were mentioning it earlier.
Oh,
They
thank
s-
you.
They said you look like Cyberpunk 2077.
That's what I was going for. He plays probably 4 hours a night,
He's on there all the time. Yeah.
5 days a week. He since launch. I don't think he got it on launch. He might have got it like a week later, or maybe 2 weeks later at the most. But basically launch. He is level like 48, 47 and 49 or something on his. He is at 4 hours a night. He runs with a crew of 6 guys, and they rotate in and out, whoever's available to play, and they're just grinding. Not yet there. That's insane to me. Like that's and the thing with Sea of Thieves, super fun experiences when you're in playing with friends. But if you're trying to get to that level cap, that is extremely repetitive. Like the stuff that you have to do, even once you hit level 20, Spicy, you experience this. Once you hit level 20, it just slows way down.
It's like 18, but 20. Yeah, 20. At 25 and on, you have to do like 30 chests to get half of a level.
Yeah, and here's the thing: him telling me that. So I love this game. I basically what I did. It's a double-edged sword with that game because I want to get to this elite grind, right? Legendary or whatever. Unlock it, cap out. But I decided I can't. I don't want to focus on that. And it kind of, I had fun in the game for a little while, and then I was like, well, I'm not really working towards anything now. I'll wait till an expansion comes out, and I left. I think the grind, that hard of a grind, I think hurts keeping people around. You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
well,
it could.
Not, yeah.
I mean,
because
it'll
you'd
keep
have
your
to,
hardcores.
you'd have to be your hardcore, yeah, because the casual people just jump onto another game.
Yeah, like
casual
me.
people
And me
may jump onto other games anyway. So
well, Jordan, you're the MMO guy. The MMO is grinding. It's a grind fest. You're a
Yeah.
power grinder. Do you think that's too much? Do you think Sea of Thieves doesn't have the right formula for it, or you think that's okay?
I don't know. It's all about scale, right? Like Sea of Thieves really doesn't have like a level up type thing.
Yeah.
So like you're not like it's just the grind and that's it.
You're not rewarded for
it's
reaching levels of grind.
Usually it's more of a scale, like first you level up and you feel that you're getting more powerful as you level up, and then you hit level cap and you're this powerful, and you're like, okay, then you do the base tier of dungeons and you get that gear and you feel like you're more powerful, and then when you're done with that gear, you do the heroic tier of dungeons, and then you get that gear and you feel more powerful, then you do like it's a gradual, I mean, it's a grind, but you can feel yourself getting more powerful.
So the problem maybe then is not necessarily the grind, although I do think it's incredibly hard.
It's
a
big
combination with the reward system,
yeah,
and the grind that really punches you in the gut.
Yeah, but in Sea of Thieves, I mean, I think it's actually to their advantage that everybody's on this level playing field, right? I mean, those games also have their benefit.
Yeah,
of
no,
like,
that's true.
You know,
that's true.
I like that Sea of Thieves is on a level playing field, but like the grind in other games, like World of Warcraft, for example, you know, you can feel yourself getting more and more powerful.
Yeah.
And like, so you're really grinding.
You're
probably grinding in World of Warcraft the same amount of time you'd grind in Sea of Thieves. It's just you feel yourself getting more powerful, so therefore it doesn't feel like you're.
And then on that, but each momentous occasion or each
you're like,
momentous
oh
level
yes,
you
I
hit,
can finally do heroic dungeons now.
Yeah,
and now I
you're
can do the
moving on and
raids. Now I
progressing.
can, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Whereas in Sea of Thieves, I think it's bam to bam, where it's the same in Warcraft, but they have little increments in between.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't get me wrong. I really like that game. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's one of the funnest games just to get on, play with your friends, mess around.
No, it's a fun game.
And jump off. I think they've done a great job with some of these DLCs and expansions. It's really going to be interesting to see how the Forsaken Shores works. But just in talking to it with someone who's played it for so long, so consistently, and is not yet at level cap, it really just incentivizes me. Like, yep, I'm never going to get there.
Yeah.
So why? I'm never going to get there. I don't want to try for it. You know. And so I think that I don't know if that's good. You need a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
That's no hope.
Yeah.
The hope is gone.
Yeah.
I can't see. I gotta see the light through the trees, and I just.
But
see
I mean,
trees.
and then you got the other side. Like maybe in 4 or 5 years, when you get it, it'll be like more worth it to you because you legitimately had to try. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's true. That is true.
The flip side, you know.
Flip side of the coin is those who have
flippity
got there
flip.
have earned it.
But anyway, the new expansion for Forsaken Shores does look really cool. Comes out
Yeah.
September 19th, I believe it was. Yes. State of Decay 2 has some DLC. It's called the Daybreak Pack.
You get a sweet character.
Yeah.
With a sweet ability.
It's a separate game mode.
Oh.
You play as I forget what they called them, but it was soldier essentially.
Yeah, it's a soldier.
And you survive the waves of zombies, and you do get a currency that you can then take. Like the better you do, you get more currency that I think you can then take back to the regular game and use.
Your soldier that you get can call in airstrikes. That is awesome.
In that mode.
In that mode, yes.
This is a separate mode, but there is a currency that I believe you can take back to the main game and use to get fun stuff. If you buy, I think it's $9.99 if you just bought the standard edition.
Yeah.
If you bought the ultimate edition, then it's included. So we have it.
State of Decay.
You
We
have
got
it
it,
too.
baby. That's what we get
Got
for pre-ordering.
All
for the
right.
Great
Pre-ordering
Edition.
and playing 4 days early.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I wasted $50, but
No.
I actually didn't.
Now we get to
now
call
you
in
get
airstrikes.
the call in
Really
airstrikes
excited.
with the soldier in that game
yeah,
mode.
yay.
So, player-known battlegrounds.
It's graduating.
Yep, it's full release,
Full release, baby.
which will be really cool. The new custom matches, which we talked about earlier, I believe, with the full release patch, which will be September 4th, so not too far away. I believe that's the same day Destiny Forsaken comes out. So that's
it's a big launch
It's going to
day.
be a big day for a lot of people.
That's cool.
So
That's
So can I
scary.
get to the question that I messed up earlier?
Sure.
This is from our mailbag from Clay Lane. Clay Lane wrote in and says, "Hey guys, what do you think about the rumors?" Or sorry,
I don't
no,
think it's a
dang it,
rumor
I
anymore.
messed it up again.
Yeah.
Did I not write down this question?
I don't know. But while you're trying to find it, I believe the new map is also releasing with this
I'm an
patch
idiot.
called Sandhook, which is
I'm
the
an idiot.
smaller map, which I'm really excited for because
Yeah.
the one thing I like PUBG, and actually Major Nelson,
Found it.
Major Nelson's a cool guy. Just so you know.
Why? What did Major Nelson
So
do?
did you guys watch Inside Xbox at all?
I watched like 40 minutes of it.
Okay, so you saw it then. He had this thing about like how PUBG was one of his favorite games, and it was just like, yeah,
Dude,
man.
he-
Like
yeah,
he
he
made
was
you like
passionate about
he
it.
made you really like it, and it's it's just because of how he talked about it and like what he
It was
why-
genuine.
Yeah, and like why he said that he liked it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I think Fortnite has things that they do better. I think PUBG has things that they do better. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
they're different styles essentially. But like for example, the PUBG maps, especially when playing solo, to me are just, I feel like really big. I didn't know that until after playing Fortnite when it was
Yeah.
kind of more condensed. So that's why I'm actually really excited for the Sandhawk map, which is a little bit smaller to come in. But yeah, his Major Nelson, you gotta watch it, man. Like it was
Okay,
so,
okay.
you're
Really
just
good.
like I want to play this game with Major Nelson.
Samsonite.
I was
wrote
way
in.
off.
I was way off.
Samsonite wrote in and says, myself as someone who has yet to jump into the PUBG bandwagon but has wanted to for some time, what can be expected from the upcoming full game release coming in September? Is there any real difference between the two game versions? Is there any advantage to buying the preview version over waiting for the full release? How is PUBG faring since Fortnite has taken over the world like a plague? Do you think PUBG will still have a following years from now? There are many developers, including battleground game modes in their current games, and more are on the horizon. Does the lack of other game modes that many competitors already have this put PUBG in danger of becoming obsolete? So let's start with the first one.
Okay, first one.
PUBG preview mode versus PUBG final.
Obviously, Final will have more patches and stuff, right? I mean, so it'll be a more
Fixes.
Fixes.
more polished game, right?
And custom
also,
games.
does price factor into it? Is the same price as it is in preview as it is?
Let me look that up. So
Because if it's
usually
not,
you get a
then
discount
obviously
in
get the,
preview
you
mode.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
jump on the preview real quick before it comes out if you want to, save money.
But you get custom matches coming in the full release.
Yeah, which is really cool, along with the new map for Xbox. When full release is already on PC, so this is just full release to Xbox.
This is just full release. to Xbox, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really cool. Unless there's a price difference, the only real difference is at release you'll have more patches, which mean more polished game.
So yes is
Yes.
the answer.
How is it faring against Fortnite? For someone who wants to jump into PUBG but hasn't had a chance yet to, what can they expect versus a Fortnite?
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Versus a Fortnite, you have to pay money for it.
So there's a cost, right?
There's
right
a
up front
cost. Fortnite's free.
Ish.
Yeah, that's true. I have spent a lot more money in Fortnite than I have.
PUBG
in
has been cheaper for you.
But
Yeah.
that's
But I mean,
technically
PUBG doesn't
true.
have all the.
I would say PUBG is little. I'd say it's easier to get into in so much as it's more like other shooters in the fact that you're used to it if you've played shooters before. Also, it's a lot easier to sneak around. And Fortnite, you're so bright and beautiful, and the colors are all there. You can, I don't know. I feel like PUBG is a bit more. Its curve is, yeah, it's a hard game to get good at, but it's easier
to start with?
to start with. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Okay, it's not making.
I was just trying to finish your sentence.
Yeah, no, it's easier to. I feel like PUBG is easier to get to make it to the end, I guess.
Well,
But at the same time, there's still a learning curve. You got to learn the maps. You got to learn the drops. You got to learn all that stuff. All I'm saying is, I feel as though PUBG is a little bit more, well, at the same time, kind of their buttons layout is kind of hard to deal with. I don't know. What was the question?
Fortnite versus PUBG for someone who's not jumped into PUBG.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it depends
style.
on your style because I don't like. For example, I think PUBG has better gunplay than Fortnite.
Yeah.
I think Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite has the whole building mechanic that sets it apart, and I think that's your biggest difference between Fortnite and really any other battle royale. I mean, Fortnite adds the building mechanic, which changes gameplay a bit.
Well, it changes it a lot, actually, and that's why I think that makes it harder to deal with. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
When
it's an extra layer.
When you shoot somebody and they just build a tower and then you have no idea how to kill them, whereas PUBG, if you see a guy running across the street, you can take shots, they're dead.
Yeah, if you're good with the guns.
Well, and the gun plays kind of fun because it's.
I do like the gunplay in PUBG. Really, I like. Well, it's more military.
It's more position.
Yeah, position and military-esque. Does that make... Remember when we played Arma?
More gritty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember when we played Arma and, like, there were so many commands we can do because it was very simulator-y? Now, I'm not saying PUBG is simulator-y, but it's more to that side. It's a little bit more military-esque.
You have to play more position. Where Fortnite, you can just run across... You can run anywhere, and then if somebody shoots at you, you kind of want to be seen so you can see where people are. Then you can just build up and defend yourself, right? And then...
I think each game has their pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
I think they're both fun. I think they're definitely the two top dogs.
Oh, for sure. I don't think there's anyone
really,
else.
I don't think there's anybody else.
There's been one.
Is there anybody else?
Well, they've been trying to come out with some. There's what's that medieval one?
Oh yeah, I think that one. The chickens.
Yeah, the chicken one.
Realm Royale. Yeah,
it's on the
shirt. It's on your shirt.
Yeah, I got this at the thing we went to.
The thing, E3
in the big
that
building.
Thing.
Yeah, there's Realm Royale. I think that's third. Then after that, they have some like indie people making them.
This Darwin project was pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
but I think that's still popularity wise.
Yeah, just not there. PUBG with the full release. So the preview mode is $29.99. I don't know. I can't find anywhere that talks about price. For the full release,
the full release will be free.
I don't know if the full release changes it. I mean, obviously with preview mode, you get access to it right now. One thing though that on full release that they're coming out with is a PUBG controller. It's got grips on the triggers. That looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
that looks really.
They
cool.
announced that at
Gamescom.
Yeah, dude, the grips on the triggers are awesome.
Dude, I think every controller should have that now.
They also added new design stuff in Design Labs for your controller. They added like the dusk stuff where it's like starts off as one color and fades into another color, and they added different camo modes. Like
it's going to be really cool. Anyway, Samsonite, thank you very much for writing that question.
Well, interesting question. Wasn't there like 4 or 5 questions in that question?
There was just no. We've talked about the other ones before, just about like does PUBG in danger of becoming obsolete? I think you guys answered that at the end. No, it's not. I mean, it's the top. It's number 2.
Well,
Fortnite's 1, PUBG's 2.
I think it's good to have 2 competitors in the same genre. Like, for example, look at Call of Duty and Battlefield. They're obviously pushing each other harder, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, this year might be different, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's always Fortnite's going to do something, and PUBG's going to have to respond. PUBG's going to do something, and Fortnite will respond, right?
Well,
you're only going to get better.
What's awesome is the custom games.
Yeah, that's super awesome. And see,
that's hopefully
Fortnite's going to Fortnite it.
Fortnite has
and
custom
call
games.
Them Rustum games.
They have custom games that they give out to very special people. The 1% of gamers that play Fortnite.
The 1%.
I know.
Gamers.
I know. They have that capability, but you need a special code that they give you to make your own custom games.
Yeah.
And
so it's not open to the public, whereas PUBG now
will be.
And that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty
cool
huge.
I'm wondering how they're going to do experience and all that stuff and unlocks with custom.
Oh, they probably won't let you do.
It's got to be separate.
Yeah. Because you can cheat.
Yeah. You could say, "Let me win this one, guys.
I need a box.
I need a box. Let me kill all of you."
I think what PUBG
I need a box.
Well, you get the loot box. I think what PUBG. Well, I think the reason Fortnite is so successful right now is the level of customization you have between dances, toys, emotes, skins, stuff like that. I think PUBG does that. They have their different emotes and stuff like that. So I don't know. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that.
But it's hard. Like I had an answer to this question that I didn't know where I was going for a little while. It's hard because it's totally. You just
try hard.
Yeah.
And games will be good. I do think Epic has a much bigger team.
Oh yeah. Of course.
So I mean that always helps.
When you're raking in $300 million a month, that kind of helps.
And you own the Unreal Engine. I mean, that's your bread and butter.
So, I mean, I think because it's PUBG Corp, right, which is a Blue Hole studio.
I love that.
Yeah. They're I think they're in South Korea is where they're based out of, but I don't think they have a decent sized team, right? But I mean, I guess Fortnite having a bigger team.
Well,
doesn't
Fortnite,
hurt.
every time I pull up Fortnite, it's got a patch. They come out with patches every like 18 hours. They're always doing something.
Can we go to? I'm going to skip some stories here. Can we just
Why?
go to this one because I'm really interested in it, and I want to know, Jordan, what you think as an MMO guy. Blessed Unleashed was announced for the Xbox. Here, it's an MMO. It's an action MMO coming.
There it is. Okay, got it.
To the Xbox. It looks good. It looks really good.
Okay, what's the question?
Graphically, it looks good.
Yeah, graphically, I mean that's fantastic. You got big monsters.
So what's the news? Like, can you tell me what we're looking at?
An upcoming MMORPG, Bless Unleashed.
From Bandai Namco.
Namco.
Bandai Namco. They had a lot of announcements.
Hey, why don't you talk about that? I just want to look up something real quick about this game.
Okay. It's basically a giant action RPG. There's giant not RPG, MMORPG. Giant monsters, swords. I mean, just check out this. The screenshots look really cool from this game.
Yeah, it looks really good.
An MMO, look at that. Like, you got giant axe. It looks a lot like Monster Hunter if Monster Hunter were an MMO. Like, that's kind of just based off of screenshots. That's what I know. I saw some hype about this. They're going to have PvP. They're going to have full co-op combat, fantasy lore. It's an action RPG. The fighting is supposed to be unreal in it. Look, you got archery. More MMO games on console is a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, I agree.
Anyways, I just really
here's another thing I can't argue against.
I just want to talk about. Blessed Unleashed.
Games,
Go look it out. It looks
well,
cool.
so I mean,
games
it's,
are
it's,
good. Disagree with me. Go.
Yeah.
It's the console version of Bless Online.
Yeah. Have you played Bless Online or checked it out?
No, I can't remember if this
I
is the
know-
one that came out and it didn't get so
Didn't do very
hot.
well. No,
Is this the one that Steam started giving out refunds for?
I don't know, but I do know Lazy Peon hammered this one.
Yeah, and that's remember I see it because it's a Black Desert situation where it's an Eastern company and then an American. Well, this one's a little bit different, but it's an Eastern game and then it's being ported over to the
Yeah,
to Western
and in the
audience.
East they accept things that we don't.
Yeah,
Like pay to win.
they
wise.
accept, they tolerate, they have different
in
standards.
the East, the Far East.
The Far
they love
East.
the pay to win model.
They do, they really do.
In the West, we hate it.
We don't, we really don't.
Yeah. We really don't hate it. No,
why
we
we
do.
No,
live
we
on the
really hate it.
Yeah.
We really don't like it.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
That's it. And last but not least, Overwatch is free this weekend.
That actually wasn't last.
Oh, sorry.
But-
I see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I skipped.
Yeah.
Because you skipped like five
Because
stories.
I wanted to talk about that.
No, you're right though. I mean, I think you're right. The more MMOs we get, the better. I'm actually very excited for this. Well, I'm excited for this one to come to Xbox because I get to play it, and the only reason I haven't played it yet is because of a lot of the stuff I've heard about it. So it'll be nice to actually try it out, and I'll probably wait for the console version because
Yeah.
why not try it out on the console?
No, yeah.
I'm a little wrapped up in Azeroth.
Tell
right
me
now.
about Hunt Showdown. I
Dude,
don't know
this
this
one's
game.
awesome. Oh, you said you watched the first 40 minutes of Inside Xbox.
I did,
liked
but I
it.
was at work, so like annoying customers / students were coming in and talking to me, and I was
Do you
like,
have to call students customers?
Come on. No,
Well, I
in
guess
fact,
technically they are.
really frown upon calling them customers, even though that's exactly what they are.
Well,
Do
why
they-
don't?
This
Do
is
they
the problem
pay you
with.
money?
Let me tell you the problem with colleges here. Colleges think they're above business practices, but all they are is a business.
Yeah.
And so they refuse to act like a business. You want to know why college enrollment is down nationwide? For various reasons, which I won't get into, but. But I could tell you, because I work at a college, exactly why they're applying an 1894 model to a 2018 reality, and it just doesn't work. It took 4 years to get a bachelor's degree in 1894. It takes 4 years in 2018 to get a bachelor's degree. Can you name anything else in the world that we do that takes the same amount of time for us to do that it took us to do in 1894?
Even
Using
back-
the restroom.
No, I was going to say even that's actually been improved
That's been improved
greatly.
phenomenally.
You don't got to use a bucket anymore.
No buckets.
We have toilet paper, man.
No hole in the dirt.
Oh.
Indoor plumbing.
Okay. Eating a sandwich.
Do you get?
Anyways, that's way off the point. That's a completely other thing. But yeah, that's why they don't like us referring to customers. And if you're like, well, okay, that's why the only reason you're afloat is because of federal funds. So, see ya. Anyways,
That's your dream.
Did you
Quit.
know? Did you know?
peace. No, I like my job. I have a good
Yeah.
job.
Did you know at my house?
Yeah, what's
the
about your
main
house?
toilet?
Yeah.
The house that I just bought. This is well worth the purchase right
Oh,
here. The main toilet on the cover of its manual, and Mark knows this. He was there.
I was there when
on
the guy
cover,
told me.
Yeah, on the cover of the manual, it advertises that it can flush 2 bags of golf balls, no problem.
They installed a new toilet for you?
No, this is just the one they bought.
Actually, the old owner, because I met the old owner when he was leaving.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm really going to miss that toilet.
yeah, he was
Power
like,
toilet, huh?
He's like, that was my pride and joy in that house.
It's a V8.
Yeah, it is. It can flush 2 bags of golf balls.
Let's just
no
say
problem.
When he gets that bidet on
Yeah.
there, he's going to supercharge
Yeah.
a Hemi,
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So just so you know, that's pretty
Quite
cool.
it's quite the toilet.
Okay.
That's your toilet.
It's
That's
mine.
off the master bedroom.
Yeah. It's great.
Hunt. So tell me Hunt. Showdown.
Okay,
Tell me about
Hunt. It's on the Crytek engine.
Oh, that's a beautiful engine.
Yes. Also, it's a game coming to Xbox One. And if you don't know what it is, I'm about to tell you. It's
Tell
a
us.
PvP/PvE game.
Okay.
So, I was watching the developers. Cool guys. Really excited. It was actually kind of fun to watch them.
Okay.
This game, I think it's somewhere east, right? In like a gothic version of the east.
What time
United
period?
States.
What time period is this?
I don't know.
Looks like there's revolvers and stuff I'm seeing. So
Gothic version of
Okay.
like Louisiana
Okay.
type thing, right? So basically, think of like Battle Royale, but with PvE elements involved. So
Hey, that's cool.
yeah. So this is really cool. So basically,
Wait.
how though?
and permadeath.
Like Division kind of did that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where we're going with this.
Oh.
So you're in this world. So you pick a loadout, and you're okay. Now people can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I watched, the Inside Xbox, this is kind of what I got from it, and I'm super excited for this game to come to Xbox. So you pick your loadout. Let's say I pick loadout here, and here, and I'm going in right now. What happens is you get dropped in this world where there's other players, but there's also like monster bosses and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
So like you can go through.
I see. It's like a League of Legends co-op, or
I don't
a
know. No,
so
no,
you
no.
no, not League of Legends, but Heroes of the Storm, where you guys
No.
can go after this and you get a bonus or something. Like go after this
Well,
monster.
I guess kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway.
Okay, never
So
mind. I'm wrong.
you go fight a boss, right? Or you find a boss, or you do whatever, and you fight him. He'll drop loot essentially, and you have to extract that loot, kind of like Dark Zone,
Okay.
before you can actually get the loot. Now, if you extract the loot, essentially, you get it, and then when you go back into a new game, you can use that loot, blah, 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 put it on your character, all that stuff. If you die, you lose all the loot, stuff like that. Now, what's really cool is I think when you take down a boss, it actually, like, puts a ping on the map to show other players in that map where you are, so it can start a lot of stuff. It's just, from what it sounded like, a Battle Royale, PvP, PvE, with the Dark Zone element of you need to extract the loot before you can actually use it, which, let's be honest, was the kind of the most tense part of the Dark Zone, because you're, like, looking around every corner, you know, is there a guy over there? I
Yeah,
don't
no,
wanna go
that's
over there.
very cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And another thing is I think it's a little bit hardcore, because from what I saw from gameplay, there is no reticle on your gun. So you actually have
Whoa.
to aim down
With the
sight
sights.
and shoot. Yeah,
is
no
cool.
no reticle at all on the
So it is
the-
on PC, and I think
it's on PC right
I think
now.
I've seen this streamed.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are playing it. Look, I've seen bits and pieces before. I didn't really know what it was. But now that I've seen what it is, I'm really excited for it to come to Xbox. So, because when I saw it, I just thought it was like a team deathmatch type of thing, because I just saw people fighting each other, but it's really not. It's the vibe I got, a very battle royale with PvE,
Yeah.
with Division's Dark Zone having to extract your loot before being able to use it.
So it's like Division, PUBG, and
Diablo.
Evolve combined.
Diablo. Yeah, because you're cooperative.
Dude, that sounds
PvE.
cool.
Yeah, dude, it looks awesome. And the part I loved is the kind of that hardcoreness behind it, where there's no reticle on screen. You actually have to aim down sight, shoot your gun. It's super cool looking. I think I'm gonna get it on the PC. I'm gonna do it.
So we're running behind actually here on our time. So let's make that the last news story.
I think that is
Can
the
we
last
just
news
go
story.
through there? I
Yeah.
think Overwatch is free.
No, well, Overwatch is free, and they came out with a cool new cinematic.
Not free. It's free to play. Cool new cinematic.
Oh, yeah.
Free to play
Free
this
to play,
weekend.
right.
So if you haven't
Right.
checked it out, go check it out. Let's get to our questions. We lost our.
Oh, Call of Duty has a Battle Royale beta coming
That's right.
to Xbox soon.
That's right.
In
McSpicy
September.
had
Or
to leave for a
yeah.
second, so we don't have our little bling to
September
move
14th.
to move to our questions, our mailbag segment.
Oh, he's
there he
back.
is. He's back. He's back. Just for the button. He came back just for the button. That brings us to the last portion of our show. This is the portion where we take questions from the mailbag. To join the mailbag or submit a question to the mailbag, just head over and subscribe to us over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com/support. Is that right? Or, I don't know, but on XoneBros.com, just hit the Patreon button. First question comes from Clay Lane. Clay, and this is a big part. We didn't talk about this in the news because we held it for this question. Clay Lane asked, "Hey guys, what do you think about the rumors of Xbox All Access to bundle Xbox Live Game Pass and an S or X? Sounds phenomenal. What's your take on this?" So, a couple rumors came out this week. I actually wrote about this in my newsletter this week. So go subscribe to the newsletter every week. A newsletter drops. Go check it out. It's a good time. Anyways. Rumors came out this week. A lot of leaks dropped that Xbox or Microsoft is planning something called Xbox Access. What this is basically it's like a phone. Think of a phone when you go to a phone company. You buy your phone $30 a month for 2 years. It's basically the same thing. You get an Xbox and you get your choice. Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. There'll be different prices. I think it tops out at, I want to say $35 a month for the X. You get the X, Game Pass, and Xbox Live Gold for 2 years, $35 a month. That is access. That's rumored to come.
So, would it be just like a phone? Like if my phone breaks, it's under a certain type of warranty type of thing?
I'm sure they'll have different plans like that. Absolutely.
And then
they'd have to.
If you like drop it in the river, you still have to pay the rest of it because you broke it.
Yeah, it's on a lease. It's a 2-year lease.
And if your dad kicks it through a wall,
it's still you're
responsible for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a new way to bring access. So you don't have to fork out the full amount of cash right there on the spot. You can get on a $35
Well,
month.
technically, wouldn't Microsoft make more money that way? Because I mean, it would equal out. To
I
where
think
they
their
make,
idea there is they're getting you in their system.
Well, yeah. The idea is
their
they're getting, but
ecosystem.
I mean, I think they make a little interest there. You know
No,
what
I think
mean?
it works out to be like $40 cheaper. They went through the price, at least for what the rumors price was. But so you're not saving a whole lot over 4 years, but you're saving
4 years.
No, 2 years. Sorry, but you're saving. You don't have to have $800 up front to pay for all of that. You just go $35 a month or whatever. Thoughts? What do we think?
That's not a bad idea.
I agree with Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought this would be a longer discussion. No, I think this is the future of gaming. Phil Spencer talked about this a while ago. He says game when
It's Xbox credit.
when he talked about no longer being generations in consoles, he talked about phones. He compared it to phones that you get your new iteration of the phone, but you still are able to play all your stuff. It's still under the same ecosystem. Blah blah blah. This goes off of that idea on phones that you're just. It's following the model of phone, and I think it's right. I think that's the future of console.
Well,
gaming.
and what's nice, I mean, if they do it exactly the same, like you can lease it for a couple months and then just pay the whole thing off.
Well,
right?
you can go I'm sure there'll be like a $22 model, and that's the Xbox One S, or if you want the X, that's $35 a month model. I think that's cool, man. I have no quarrels against it.
I just like bundling the Game Pass with
now that's
subscription. I like that being bundled.
Yeah. This all access thing, I was
Gold?
thinking, we've talked a
Is
lot.
gold bundled.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
2 years.
Everything.
2 years of gold and Game Pass.
Everything's in, baby.
Everything. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah, and I think that we talked about there being an Xbox. That's rumored that there's an Xbox that's going to be announced that's just streaming. I think when they announce the all access, that they'll announce this stream device, whatever that is, and that will be a certain price point as well. I think this is great. I think we're moving to a time in gaming where we will have more access to games for cheaper than we've ever had before. I mean, Game Pass is doing that. I think going to this type of model, this 2-year lease model, does that as well. Do you see any downside to it?
No,
I already own an Xbox.
There's that.
but someone who doesn't own an Xbox that only has $40-something a month.
Can get an Xbox.
Now it's on a 2-year lease, so every 2 years could you upgrade to the next version?
I'm sure.
So are we going
I'm
to be on a
sure.
2-year cycle for upgrades then?
Well,
Sounds
technically,
like?
you would have bought in that console, so you can just jump on the next one that came up and
You have to
still
trade it.
continue.
Oh, I guess
no,
you-
yeah,
just
because
like
you
a
just bought
phone,
it.
you
Yeah,
own your
so like,
phone.
okay, I'll just buy the new version, and you just continue the $35 a month or whatever the price point
Yeah.
is, right? Let's just say $40 a month.
Yeah. So ready for this? I think we've talked about Mixer in order to compete with Amazon Prime and Twitch. I think this Xbox Access is going to be bundled with you get a Mixer subscription.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Or if not, I think this will all be part of the same family plan. Right?
Now, you
Like-
said the Xbox streaming box, right?
Yeah, remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
I think what is it nicknamed Scarlet? No, is that the next one or is
So
that
that's the next one coming out.
Okay, I don't
now
remember
my
what the
question
nickname
is, the Xbox, like you're saying, is like streaming only type thing, like doesn't have a disc drive. You
Yeah.
download your games.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah, it'll obviously be less powerful. No, I don't think that one will be on a monthly price.
No. Well, here's my
I think that
question.
one will be like a
With-
one-time purchase for $100.
Yeah,
type
with
of deal.
with the, well, I guess they've already kind of proved because they have different versions of the console. But the only thing I'm curious about is, do you think they'll make the same mistake they did with the original Xbox One release, where like they were pushing always online, always like not everybody's going to want the, people are
Yeah,
going to
no,
want
this
the
is-
disc drive.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think they've already proved that, I guess. So I answered my
Well,
own question because they have different versions.
Because
of
it's
the Xbox
options.
now.
Yeah, you're not locked into this. And
You can
if-
go with $100 version, $200
and if
version,
you're
$400.
Yeah, if you're
version.
buying this, you know that it's a
Okay.
streaming type of device. That's
I
less
asked
powerful.
and answered my own question.
Boom. That's the sign of a genius.
Yes.
Is that really?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
That's David Logic.
David Logic is actually pretty awesome.
David Logic. McSpicy. Any downside? You like this mode? Could you see yourself ever doing that? Getting on a monthly plan?
Probably not with the hardware.
Okay.
Because I like owning my own electronics.
Yeah.
But if they do another plan that bundles everything together, I'm all for that.
Like Gold and
And
Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe even throw in a little pinch of EA access, and I'd be good.
Oh yeah.
They are friends with EA.
I just renewed my EA access.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Because Game Pass is amazing.
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, that's out.
That's
Graveyard Keeper.
Yeah, I think that's the best deal in gaming. And this is even including Steam summer sales.
Yeah.
I think
It's
because
over 100 games for $10 a month.
oh, it's so good. Game Pass is amazing.
Superior to Steam summer sales?
I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
because I actually play these games.
Yeah.
And it literally is not costing you.
It's not. Yeah, it's.
I mean,
a build,
it is technically, but
It is costing me, but Steam summer sales. I don't ever
secretly sucks you dry, and you don't realize it because everything's $1, but you're spending $1,000 on 1,000 different
and
things.
I never play those games.
But they're only $1, so you're like, well, I don't want to miss out.
I think Game Pass is the future of gaming.
Game Pass, and I think this model too, and I think all it's doing is this is where Xbox has been really good. We can talk about PlayStation's beating it in numbers. PlayStation has these really big games like a God of War. There's a marquee game that has really helped to sell that console that Microsoft
Boy.
has missed out on, et cetera, et cetera. But what Microsoft has done and is doing is pushing forward the gaming genre outside of
games.
Nintendo, which is not pushing it forward, I think, as much as pushing it giving you a different option. I think it's pushing it forward unlike any of the other gaming companies right now.
So say that again. Just not so.
They're innovating the gaming industry.
They're innovating the gaming industry in Microsoft in a way that no one else is doing. And I think it's doing it in a way that's opening up access and giving us as consumers and gamers more options. And this
I
is just
agree.
one more version of that.
I agree with
And
that.
I think that's
good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So anyways, great question. Thank you very much, Clay Lane, for writing in. Appreciate it. Cowsnap writes in, and let's give this question to Jordan. Is the new Xbox store navigation fast enough for you all? The new filter search is much improved, but seems harder to browse add-ons, for example, and page loads super laggy sometimes. He says, I'm using the Xbox One X on a 1 gigabyte per second connection and hardwire at max game download speed. The max download speed is 300 kbps, kilobytes per second, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Could Microsoft do more to make Xbox Store more responsive and improve download speeds? Jordan's thoughts.
Well,
That's actually really slow. So there
Well-
might be a problem with his
well-
speed. If he's got,
He says he's hardwired at 1 gig per second.
so I mean,
but that's his internal connection. Does he have gig up and down?
Sounds
what's
like it.
Oh, okay.
I will say my experience on the Xbox Store is it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
So-
works flawlessly. Other times it will black out on me, and I've got to reset my whole console. That has happened multiple times.
the store being snappy and stuff. I'm kind of hit and miss on it. Like sometimes it takes a second to go, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time I have a pretty good experience with it. There is a few things about the store I wish they had changed. As for your downloading, Microsoft is going to cap you at a certain point. Like you'll never be able to download games at a gig, even though you have a
because
gig.
of
Microsoft,
they're managing their server side.
Because think about it, it's just like Netflix and everything else. They can't just be like, all right, let it go.
But technically,
because then it's gonna.
Isn't that the same issue though with the store not being super snappy? Is that it's loading everything from their server side, right?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it all depends on who you have, who you're paired with, all that fun stuff. But
So ever since I've been with this connection, I have 1,000 up, 1,000 down.
Yeah.
that's
I have-
because they own everything. They're paired with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I have never had a problem.
Really?
They cap me out at about 200 megs per second ish.
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
the
all
download.
their end. They can only
download, right?
let so much go out
But
to protect their servers.
Going through the store, it's as snappy
Really?
for me as
So
everything.
see, I'm at 100 up and down,
and
you also have the same
and
provider.
I have issues,
who,
and I have the same provider. I'm just on a lesser plan than
who's
you.
also peered with everybody.
But I have issues on
they
the store all the
they
time.
are the internet.
They pretty much are. They shifted and made purchases that made them.
We're talking about CenturyLink.
CenturyLink, yeah. I though do experience major lag. Sometimes it doesn't even load up. Sometimes it's just stuck in a loading cycle.
Not me.
So I do think there are issues there.
That's weird. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Are you in preview mode or anything?
Actually, yeah, I think I am.
Maybe there's a patch that has fixed that. Because I got out of.
Maybe
preview
you
mode.
get higher priority.
Yeah. Like
I mean, I am
preview our
pretty
stuff.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, I've experienced that too. I think. I mean, obviously, any way to maximize the speed of the store for as many people as possible is always going to be a good thing.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course.
I experienced similar problems. CowSnap, McSpicy doesn't. Jordan, have you had those issues?
I mean, I've noticed things here and there, but it might have just been like a spike in the internet or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, I don't know.
Maybe it's. Are you on preview mode too? Maybe there's a.
No, I'm on the regular mode.
Oh,
I do
okay.
have the most powerful console, though.
So do I.
But
So
see,
does
I don't
CowSnap.
think this has anything to do with the hardware. I think it's an internet speed issue.
Interesting.
Because back before we had this OS, we had another variation when you could snap things to the left. Remember, like
Yeah.
the original?
Yeah.
And remember, before they did all the updates, it was slow.
Oh,
Yeah.
it chugged.
And I accidentally disconnected the internet while I was still on the menu, and it was boom, 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 like
It was
super
fast.
fast.
It was the
like
lag.
instantaneous.
It was the lag.
I
of the
think
internet.
I think it's all. I think it's dependent on internet speeds.
Wow. So if you want a perfect experience, you got to get 1,000.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, that's
Wow.
my.
Well, see that then,
theory.
If that's the case, they do need to maximize their.
Well, I
efficiency
don't
with
think
their-
it's
with their
internet
menus and stuff.
speed per se, like your capacity, which would be your download, right? I mean, it does factor into like your latency and stuff like that. Because I don't have a gig. Like at my current location, the current house, which I'm staying with my in-laws, I don't have a gig or 100. I think we have like 40 down.
Sure.
And I haven't noticed. I mean, like I noticed normal things that have always happened, but nothing like. My experience has been good, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed, like I type in a search and it maybe takes a couple extra seconds to load things up, or you'll click, you know, every once in a while. But I don't know. I think it all depends on. I don't know. Basically, it's where I'm going with this rant.
Well, it sounds
I
like it's
don't
hit or
know.
miss. Sounds like it's hit or miss, but
Just live your life right.
yeah, right.
That's
Thank you,
what
Cow
I'm doing.
Snap, for writing in. Great question. Poker Fraud writes in and says, "Were you guys excited about what Xbox had to show at Gamescom? My friend and I were a bit underwhelmed at what they had to show. Nothing really exciting like E3. I did like the trigger grips on the PUBG controller. Hope to see those come to Design Lab. I completely agree with you. Those trigger grips. Who knew? I never even thought put grips on your triggers." And
Put grips on anything.
and it's super cool. I think Gamescom is underwhelming. It's Gamescom. The purpose of Gamescom is not an E3. E3 is like where you unveil everything. At Gamescom, you get announcements exactly
I
like
feel-
were announced here.
Excuse me. I feel like E3 we got the announcements. Gamescom we got the information.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know
good
what I
way to
mean?
put it.
Yeah.
Like here's and here's some additional.
Like for example, we
information.
got the announcement of Ori at E3, and here at Gamescom they showed us a new game mode called the Wisp mode, where you race
Well,
ghosts.
another
Yeah, you know
example
what
is
I mean?
we knew about we've seen Forza Horizon 4. Something that came out this week was, I'm ready for this. This is gonna be awesome. Competitive team racing in
Yeah.
Forza Horizon. Oh, I can't
see?
wait! 8 versus 8.
And I almost feel
That's
like
cool.
Yeah,
feel like
dude,
even
we're gonna get some art. Oh, by the way, for Forza Horizon 4, I cannot wait. That's my next game, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 after
Yeah.
that. But Forza Horizon 4, we're hitting it hard. We're getting a club. We're gonna try to get in the top 100 of clubs everywhere. We're gonna be racing all the time. We're gonna get a group of people 8 versus 8. See how high we can get ranked with good racers. Oh, so much goodness to
even-
be had.
even last year's Gamescom, is that when they had their like keynote thing?
Yeah.
Even last year, I felt like
It was more
it
information.
was more like information
on
about
stuff you already knew about.
Yeah, like we know this game is coming, but this is how it'll work. Type of, you know what I mean? E3's the announcements. The Gamescom is the information.
The information with a fist pump.
We did get like 6 Xbox bundles though.
Yeah,
That
we
were
did.
pretty
A
awesome.
lot of bundles announced. A PUBG bundle as well. That's coming for one of them. Anyways.
I think I'm going to design my own controller, just so you guys know, because they added all those features in the design labs. I think they added the trigger grips.
Oh.
I'm gonna check it
Check it.
just to make
Check
sure.
it.
Don't quote
Pogo
me,
Fraud.
but I'm doing it.
Thank you very much for the question. Appreciate it. T-Bomb Rocks writes in and says, with Assassin's Creed Odyssey releasing information about their version of the Nemesis system, we talked about this last week a little bit.
Yeah.
With the bounties will be sent out for you in each region, and you can either kill or recruit them. This, which ultimately leads into huge 100v100 battles. My question is, why aren't more games using a version of the Nemesis system from Shadow of War? Mr. McSpicy, thoughts? And beyond that, what game would you like to see a Nemesis-like system in?
Which game would I like to see it in?
Well, let's start here. Let's start with the base. Do you think we'll see more systems like this, like what Assassin's Creed is doing, in future games?
Yeah. Any others? Questions? Oh, yeah.
Need anything
Especially
else?
if it works well.
Yeah.
If it's successful, obviously, if it's cool, then yeah. I mean, the Nemesis system, the first time I ever experienced it was in Diablo. Diablo 3, and
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
There's just like, a version of the Nemesis, their version of it, right? There's this big horn, wah, and then this big old monster appears out of nowhere, and it says who it killed last. Oh, it's such a cool system.
That is really cool.
Yeah, then I like,
Then Shadow of War took it to a whole new level.
correct, yeah.
No, Assassin's Creed, now it's not exactly the Nemesis system. It's an iteration of it, basically. But there's been a lot of discussions.
Well, I like just the concept of it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, there's a lot of discussions on, like, are single-player games dead? And no way they're not dead. And I think innovations like this make it possible for them to thrive still.
That conversation bugs me because the best games that are on like the top 5 games in the last several years are all single player games.
God of War,
Yes.
Zelda,
Wolfenstein
is up there.
Yeah.
Even Grand Theft Auto, while Grand Theft Auto Online is a multiplayer game, the single-player campaign is what put that on the map.
The Last of Us.
Last of Us,
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
They have multiplayer elements, but they're primarily single-player games. Skyrim, still. Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout
Whoever
4.
says that is looking for a click.
Yeah. I mean, I think when they're talking about game developers just make so much more money from these perpetual multiplayer games. Where's the incentive to build a single-player game? I mean, look at The Witcher. There you go. There's another example.
Oh, man.
Oh.
See, those are all. Yeah, that genre's not. If we're broadening it to single player,
I
campaigns.
think there's a lot of innovation happening there. It just doesn't get. It might not be as popular, but it's far from dead. I think it's still extremely popular, but these types of things, these Nemesis systems, I think more games aren't using them because it's new. Like it's just figuring out how to utilize it. Like anything, everyone will eventually catch on and utilize iterations of this type of system in their single player game.
Yeah.
The new Skyrim will the new Elder Scrolls will probably use something similar even as well. Last question. Thank you very much, T-Bomb Rocks. Great question. Last question comes from Reactor Leak. He says, do you think a possible reason for a delay on the new Elite controller could be that it could become part of the design lab? In theory, it makes it easier than asking stores to push a $150 controller. I don't know if that's a possible reason, but I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
For me to design my own Elite controller.
Anytime you can customize your own stuff.
That way,
honestly,
it's
sure.
made to order, basically. You don't have to put, like he says, stores don't have to push $150 products sitting on their shelves, and it's yours, customized 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. I have no idea, obviously. There's no leaks out there or anything like that, but
We can make one.
we can make one right
Well, I
now.
don't-
Make a leak.
Rumor
Make
mill.
a leak.
I don't know if that's the reason because
It's coming.
Elite controllers were sold out for like a half a year.
Isn't that because they
is
only had
true.
like
But then-
4?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
They
demand wasn't.
Nintendo'd it.
Yeah, the demand was there. The supply was not.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I had to buy a whole console to get
Send
one.
me too. To buy a console to get one.
Then they just threw one in, didn't they? Another one?
What do you mean?
Didn't they just give you a controller while you were there? 'Cause
Well,
you
yeah,
bought
the
one?
Halo controller I broke because that was part of the deal.
Oh, yeah.
It was like part of the GameStop deal.
Yeah, and I went, and they were out of Halo controllers, so I didn't get the deal. And I was like, well, can I get another controller? Nope.
Well, I even asked how mine went down.
So how
because,
does that deal go?
dude? Who
Well,
knows
all
what
it
they
says,
do
like
at
limited,
GameStop?
limited, whatever.
Oh.
Well, because I was there and I got it, and I was like, wait a minute, don't I get a controller? And he's like, which one you want?
Oh yeah, same thing happened.
And
to
I was
me.
like, oh, the Halo one? He's like, okay. And he just tossed it to me.
But the guy didn't give me a break. This was a different guy at a different
I'm
store.
telling you, you
Was it at
got
the store
everyone.
that we've been to before that we've had
This
problems
was
at?
like-
Life lesson: live your lives right.
And you get honored and blessed like
Yes, yes. Live your life right. You get snappy storefronts on the Xbox and a free controller.
that. That is true. That is true. I think just being able to customize your controller and purchase it like the individual, and it's not customizing it like it's still the Elite controller, but you get your own color, you get maybe your name put on it.
Design Labs is really cool.
It really is.
I got my wife one. I designed it, and I actually did it right on the Xbox.
Oh, cool.
I designed it on the Xbox, so you could do that. But I got it for my wife. It's super cool. It's engraved with her name. It's her favorite colors. It's real pretty.
It looks like a Yoshi controller.
It does.
It actually looks more like the Oregon Ducks.
It does. Yeah, that is right. Yes.
I'm gonna go grab it. No, it's not important.
Yeah,
Who
well,
cares? I don't care
never
about
mind.
that.
I'll just say her instead.
Yeah, I just decided I'm not gonna do
Hey.
what I just said.
Thank you very much, Reactor Leak, for writing in. Appreciate it. That does us. Hey, that does us, guys. That does
You
us.
did us.
That does us. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to this week? And where can people find you?
Oh, that's a great question, David. I will be trying to stream.
Were you sick this week?
I was sick at the earlier on in the week, and then I had lots of
Dude, that's
work
the
in
worst.
the morning.
No, I know how that goes. This is my busiest time of year right now, and it's I'm exhausted.
Oz Bundy Boy in chat. He's
dedicated.
He's a regular when I stream, and I think he was upset.
He waits because he's the competition to be
I
the
feel
number
bad.
one this month. It's
Yeah.
heated
Tight.
up. It's tight.
Yeah, it's tight. I'm sorry, Oz. I am sorry. I had a doctor's appointment, so I could not stream this morning. But I'll play video games.
Where can people find you? Oh, and what time do you stream it?
Right now it's noon Eastern at XoneBros.com/mixer.
Yes.
But I might push that back an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Whatever. I'll
Push
figure-
back an hour.
Why not?
Why not? Because why not?
I like it.
So stay tuned. Jordan,
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing some games.
you don't know what you're working on your house. That's your big game.
Yeah.
It's like The Sims, dude. I've been playing.
Dude, real life Sims sucks. I see why that game, like the game, I get the game, man.
Makes the game better
Yeah, the
because life
game's way
sucks.
better. I could just have my guy pee on the floor in the game.
I have been playing
It's
a lot of
awesome.
City Sky.
Technically, you could do that in real life.
But I'd have to clean it up. Virtual pee is much easier to clean up than non-virtual.
This is true.
pee.
Speaking of Sims, I've been playing City Skylines. That game.
It's good.
So good.
Good.
So
How's,
good.
what's your population at?
I think I'm
What's your-
like 18,000
what's your approval
now. I'm
rating?
just taking it slow.
What's your approval?
You know what I did? I'm
No,
making
that's a stat.
I'm making side freeways now off of the highway to
What's your-
work
Are you
with my
destroying?
traffic
Are you
eventually.
Are you destroying people's land
No,
when
man.
you make those
No
byways?
way. No.
What's your taxes at?
Normal, standard, whatever you start with.
Bump it up to 12.
Haven't messed
They
with
stay
it.
happy at 12. You're
Haven't-
at like 9.
Haven't messed with it.
Life tip right there. If you're a leader,
Always bump it to 12.
bump it to 12.
That's the sweet spot.
12%.
13, they start to get mad, but at 12, they're happy.
They're like,
I have. So here's the property that I chose. I'm on the beach. Okay, I've got inland. I've got down at the beach, and then my hands, and then across from the beach is an island, and on that island,
This is where you send all the.
no, that's where I'm
Oh.
putting my vacation. I'm gonna have casinos
Oh,
there. I already
yeah.
have. I have the Statue of Liberty there
I
now.
send-
With some like fishing ports and fishing tours and stuff like that, volleyball courts, but that's gonna be Pleasure Island.
I send the
Pleasure Island.
I send the unnormals.
That's where
to the
barbecue dances.
That's
Yeah.
where barbecue dances. You can find barbecue weeknights. Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
Yeah, sorry, go Jordan. What were you saying?
BBQ Smoky.
island. Yeah, that's where I'd put my unnormals.
See, I don't have normals in my city.
I do. I have a
They're
lot
not
of them.
welcome.
They're not welcome. You just
They're
can't.
wel- I zone them out.
That's what I did, and then everybody got mad.
Well, you're a terrible leader,
I
man.
had to withdraw the police and the fire department. Everything.
That doesn't sound like
well,
a
actually,
terrible leader.
honestly,
I did have-
Actually, I
That's a leader who has a vision.
no, okay. I withdrew the fire department because I got
He's got goals.
something happened and I had to like take out the fire department. But then later they were actually like being jerks in that section, so I took out the police just out of
Well, because
spite.
they have no fire protection.
That wasn't the reason. Because I think the reason I took out the fire department is because like it was costing too much money to have certain stuff, and they kept freaking starting fires anyway. So I'm like, oh my gosh,
you know you could
learn to
put-
stop starting fires? And so I took the fire department out to try and teach them a lesson.
So you're telling them to learn to stop? Did you know you can actually teach them to stop?
Well, I didn't know it was
You can
a class
actually
to say,
turn
hey,
on,
don't light
no,
your house on fire.
Go into the options. You can say add smoke detectors and stuff.
Requirement, like for building a house.
Yeah.
It was
You
the
can
slums.
zone it
They couldn't
out.
afford
It
smoke
was the
detectors.
slums because you made them the slums.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I took the police out just out of spite because I don't like those people.
Yeah.
When you keep lighting your house on fire, this is a war zone. No more police.
When you don't even
We're
put
gone.
an elementary school in there,
They don't
do you
deserve
expect-
it, man.
How do you
if
expect
you
them?
if you can't not light your house on fire, I'm not giving you an elementary school. That's dangerous.
They can't
They're
even
gonna
read.
light the elementary school on fire.
Past when they go past 8th Street, they are illiterate.
There was actually a huge, what do you call those?
A road?
Poop factories.
sewer.
The sewer system
Sewer
between
system?
dividing the city. But I divide my sections off with the sewer system. So
We
I
have an
different
open canal and just let it run.
Well,
in
that's
an
what
open
you
canal?
would do in your game.
Because you know how
Oh,
you
yeah.
can create your own rivers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, because I had a vision, so
You basically turned on the poop to the. Oh
so
my
you
gosh.
you create your own rivers, and then you put the poop at the top,
Oh,
and then the
you're-
river. It's like this brown line.
So,
So I
Never
had, like-
mind. He didn't have a vision. He was just pissed. Literally.
Anyway, that's when I got the idea. Why don't I make this like the Hunger Games? And I had like 4 districts with the same, and that's when it really started getting fun. And that's when you
And
suggested
they're the poop district.
And that's when you suggested Tropico, and I actually had a lot of fun with that game.
and you're like, oh, I enjoy this game more. This game is about being a dictator. Go figure. Here's what I've done though, Big Spicy, because you say like once you're at a certain point, traffic. I've been prepping for traffic. Like I said, everything's
Yeah.
6 lanes. But then I got freeways coming off to kind of ease congestion in my more dense part of towns.
Yeah.
Then metro station. I'm not doing buses. I don't believe in buses or taxis. Those guys can get Uber.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm just
buses
waiting
for
waiting
like districts.
They don't have Uber in this game.
I'm waiting for Uber to be invented.
You're getting the DLC pack.
No, but I got metros already throughout the city, all gone. Not used very much right now. but it will
How
be.
much debt are you in?
I'm not. I'm I got like 200,000.
Bump
Dude,
it
I'm
to
making-
12%.
making like 10,000,
12%, man.
10,000, whatever. I don't know, every week. Or
Are
however
you
much
are
it
you
was.
all one way?
You want to have a good time.
I'm all one way except for So I have a site like here's how I go. I basically go one way in a circle, not a circle. It's like a square, right?
Yeah.
Back to the freeway, back to main road, and then in between is two lane roads.
You don't want those. Those are bad.
really.
You want stop signs. You don't want lights. And 2 ways make lights. Lights are what give you traffic.
So I don't have lights on them though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He demolished
you're-
that part
then you're
out.
good.
because it's only a two. It's only it's like a turning. Maybe I have a stop sign. It's probably a
Stop sign's
sign.
okay.
Yeah. So stop sign, I'm good.
Yeah.
But lights hold up traffic, huh?
Hey,
That's what's bad. That's the
Okay.
evil of
I got
society.
a football stadium. I
Lights.
do have a football stadium.
Oh, good.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
The metro
Dude,
goes
if you
right up to it.
if you really want to have a good time,
yeah.
just pick a neighborhood
and then
and
put the
with-
sewer.
and just withdraw the police.
just demolish it.
You should make a lake and have all the plumbing go into that lake so it just turns brown.
And put like some property on the edge of it. But
Well,
you
and,
can make
and
your
no
own-
hospitals and
no-
no
nothing.
mortuaries. Just have it just be a terrible, terrible place. And
Well,
then
well, don't
Hey,
be in
at a
Jordan
cer-
City when
At a
Jordan
certain
becomes mayor.
point, I know it's a game and it's an algorithm, but why would you even live there? You're obviously not a good person if you want to move to that section of the
You're
city.
obviously dumb if you're still moving there.
you're obviously not educated because I didn't educate you.
Last but not least, I'll be streaming every morning this week, doing a lot of Madden still. Probably I break it up with some City Skylines, like once a week. We're taking a break from the competitive mode on City Skylines. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, go rate us, subscribe to us, and like us over on iTunes. It helps us with the show. We love you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today. We will see you guys next week. Remember, stay positive, have fun. It's gaming. It's supposed to be fun. Don't beat your kids. See ya.
All right, David, can you turn off the video?
Oh yeah. Sorry about
you-
that.
you
There we
were
go.
the one
We're
who
back.
pressed it.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. Another good. We had fun. We hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
I'm going to choose some music.
Oh, choosing some music. We're going to end this now by saying thank you, throwing up our credits, saying thank you to our producers. We appreciate all the support from everybody. The producers have really helped. We're getting close to the studio. Stay tuned, guys, for an update video. We're in the design process, so we'll start showing some update videos coming out probably this next week. I would say round 1 of the studio
I'm going
update.
to throw on credits. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. These are our producer credits, guys.
Okay. Alrighty then. I'm going to press the button. Here we go. Did it work? Did
It's
it
not
work?
working. It's not working. We're stuck. We're stuck. It's just on us still. But
Okay, I'll find this. Hold
it's
on.
just
hold
on
on.
us.
It was up earlier.
I know it was. Let's do this.
We will, at the end of this month, we're going to be switching up the producer credits again. That's always a good time. Oh, there it is. The one and only Adam Painter. Thank you very much for the support, Adam.
Alpha X Builder.
The Alpha Man. The Alpha Male.
Andrew Goldberg, thank you very much.
Goldberg's one of
for
my favorite
supporting us.
sitcoms at the moment. The Goldbergs. Mr. Andrew Goldberg. Beast 420. One of my favorite human beings at the moment. Beast 420.
Chief Wiggum 86.
Ah, brother from down under. He's a Minecraft
One of my favorite
maniac.
Australians at the moment.
Ah, Christopher Coran. Double C. Is there a double C?
Clay Lane.
Yeah, I believe it's called C squared.
Clay Lane.
Clay Lane. Like
One of my
an
favorite
angel of
Clays
death.
at the moment.
Dark Knight. Oh, I played him in Madden. It was
Ooh,
good. Such a
yeah.
fun time. I love Dark Knight. What a cool guy. Dylan Domingo. Double D's. We got 2 double D's because here's the other one. Dominic DiBasio.
Not too many people
Is that how
have
you
2
pronounce
double
it?
Ds.
Dominic DiBiase.
I don't know. That's what I say.
I say Freaky RO.
Freaky Dicky. Freaky
Siri.
RO. Oh, he was in chat tonight.
Free Radical.
Free Radical. There's a Wraith in each of us, as he'll always say. Greg Cheney
Greg
always says
Cheney.
there's a New Vegas in each of us, and I'm going to walk the path to it.
Happy bio.
Oh, he just says Laura Croft.
I'm sorry. Did you want to say his name?
Oh no, I was Michael Contini.
There we go.
Yeah.
The nicest guy ever. R56 Cooper taking care of business like a soldier.
Reactor
Oh,
Leak just being
There
cute.
he is, just being a little cute.
No, it was
little
like
cute
on my
guy.
tongue.
Reactor League, thank you very much. Richard Brown, Ricky Ricardo, Ronan. Have no fear for Ronan. He's not here, but there he is.
Terry Seppi.
Oh, Tezaman.
The Roman
Oh, another
soldier.
Australian. Last but not least, it's the one and only Tier 1 Ops.
Is that No Man's Sky?
It's No Man's Sky, baby. Hey, thank you very much, guys. Have a great week. We will see you guys later. Have a good weekend.
Are you streaming Monday?
Streaming Monday.
Okay.
I might be streaming first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
When I was about to say it, it like got stuck on my tongue, and I didn't know what to do. Like my brain didn't know what to do.
On what?
When we both said Happy Mail at the same
Oh,
time, like my
okay.
brain got confused.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, everybody, thanks for watching. We will see you Monday.
Thanks, guys. See ya.